for a second.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello and welcome.
I tested the audio, but Rich isn't here, so for some reason you can't hear us.
Yes.
I still blame Rich.
Yeah, well, Rich is always to blame. Rich is not with us tonight, which means that we're not... this is the camera. I'm just looking at the TV.
Hey, TV.
Great start. Hello and good evening. And instead of your regularly scheduled Dungeons & Dragons programming, because we are down one player, we are playing a...
Thank you, Vinci.
Hey!
Love you.
Already,
so
right out of
much.
the gate. Thank you so much.
Thank you, the best.
I apologize, Raumele, however you want to pronounce that. We will not be playing Dungeons & Dragons tonight. So if those friends you invited, I hope they tune in on another time or check out one of our past breadcasts.
Or don't care that it's not
breadcasts.
done.
One of our past breadcasts. You'll be able to toast and eat. But we are instead tonight playing a game called Everyone is John. Anyone can play it. It's a zero prep micro RPG. I will very briefly go over the rules and then we will dive into the insanity that is this game. In this game, everyone, our three players, are John, is John. They are the same person. They are going to be possessing John, a voice in his head, assuming control of John, and doing whatever they need to do to complete their objectives, which they have secretly, privately written down. None of the players know each other's objectives at the start of this game, because it's semi-competitive. The objective, the goal for any of these players is to score the most points by completing their their objective, as many times as possible. And with some rolling of the dice and some spending of these magical black beans called willpower, they will be able to hopefully get as close to as possible to one of their three easy, medium, and difficult tiered challenges that they've assigned to themselves. I don't know if I need to go into any more detail than that. What do you guys think?
I think we can just go ahead and get started.
All right. Well, let's bid for control of John. Privately take your beans and select
What's the max
any
bid?
0 to 10.
Oh, shit.
You can select any amount to bid for control of John, and then I will set the scene.
Okay.
What happens if you lose the bid? Do you get your beans back?
It's an auction, so you do not lose anything that you don't commit. Only the person who wins the bid loses their willpower.
So we go back and we go round and around? We keep adding beans, or is it 1, 2, 3
No, it's
show?
1, 2, 3 show.
Okay.
And if there's a tie, I have a ruling for that, but let's just get started with an initial bid of however many willpower points you want to spend for this initial scene. And everyone has their...
Yeah.
All right, reveal. 2, 3, 4. All right, big money over here is going to start off controlling John.
And so I give these to you?
Just set them aside.
I almost did 1, and then I was like, well, maybe everyone else is going to do 1, and I can get it with a 2.
I'm trusting the heart of the dice here, so...
All right.
All right.
Jail,
let's see. Where are you? You are looking through John's eyes. You can see through his eyes. You're in a kind of yellowish room. Your arms are stretched out and they're touching a podium in front of you with a big microphone pointed towards your mouth. You appear to be on a small stage. And based on the features of this room, you can kind of surmise that there is a hotel somewhere, and that you're in kind of one of those rental hotel conference rooms. Not a huge crowd. Some of about half of the audience that's actually in front of you right now, about half of the seats are filled, and they're all staring up at you expectantly. You can hear John speaking through his normal voice. He appears to be giving some kind of speech or something along those lines.
And do I get control now?
You can speak, or you can immediately assert control, whatever you want.
I want to immediately assert control.
Okay, John drops what he's doing, stops talking.
I want to lean in the podium and say, "Hey, anyone know where the nearest liquor store is?"
Everyone starts turning and looking at each other. There's some sort of shocked faces. You can hear John now in the back of your mind. You can hear him. Who is this? What are you saying through me? What's happening?
Hey, my name is Gus Langtree, and I'm looking for the nearest liquor store.
Oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense, you hear John say in the back of your mind. He seems very agreeable with your sudden and total assertion of control. No one's responding. They're all just shocked and still staring at you.
Well, you're all useless. I'll find it myself. And I'll walk off. I want to leave the conference room, be at the Sheridan.
You turn and make your way down the steps. No one is responding. They're just staring at you with complete shock, like you've had a complete breakdown. No one is getting up and trying to get in your way. You just make your way down the center aisle and then turn right, go through those push doors, and find yourself in a long hallway with a very tacky carpet on the floor. You can see through windows that this is the interior of the building, facing sort of a courtyard of sorts. That appears to be at the center of this hotel.
So I just have a quick question. So when it comes to the other voices doing things, how does that work? Do you just at one point say okay, bid again, or
the bid again happens
the ability to try to thwart what he's doing? Like if my voice wants to stay in this hotel room.
You
and
cannot,
I'm watching him. There's nothing we can do about it? Okay.
Yeah, and so I should have warned you that you guys do take a little bit of a back seat when someone is in control.
That's
you
fine. I just wanted to know.
Joke, you could even make suggestions as the voices if you wanted to, but keep your cards close to your chest, however you want to play it.
So we can still be active while he's doing this.
The bids will be re-triggered to reassert control if John is hurt, if he completes one of his obsessions, if he or if he's bored.
Thank you for the
follow.
Thank you. Hey.
Angel Usami.
No. The answer is no. This is not a good beer. It's just what happened to be around.
Yeah.
Looking for sponsors. All right. So you.
Sorry.
For mediocre beer.
You walked out. There just appear to be a couple random civilians is walking back and forth. They pay no mind.
I was going to look for the hotel bar, Plan B.
You walk past a sign, and apparently this had been some kind of financial speech of great import. Come see John and your last name. There's a picture of you standing and looking like all sharp. And
hey, I look pretty good.
You start to walk. You walk past that sign and down towards the lobby is where you wanted to go.
I want to head to the hotel bar.
Oh yeah, okay. So you walk into what appears to be a lobby. You can tell very quickly that there's sort of a entrance to what would be like a combination bar restaurant on one side of the lobby, right near the entrance.
I'm gonna walk up to the bartender.
There is one of those please seat yourself signs, and no one greets you right there at the entrance, but you do walk in, and most of the seats are empty. It's daytime, so as a bar, it's primarily the dining side is what you see people eating and enjoying their meal. You are able to make it up to the stools that are all in a line in front of the bar, and the bartender is cleaning a glass. Hey, what can I do for you?
Hey, do you have bottles of Budweiser?
Well, we have cans of Budweiser. Is that acceptable, sir?
Well, I guess. I'll have 6.
Sure. Okay. He reaches down and he starts to put down 6 beers. Are you doing all right, sir?
Thanks, young lady. No, I'm doing fine. Budweiser's the king of beer. Everybody knows it. And I'm going to crack open. I'm going to drink all 6.
One after the other, you start... I can't make you make a constitution roll. I guess... No, you're fine. You just drink all 6 beers.
Okay.
He's staring at you in horror. Sir, are you all right? You really shouldn't be drinking.
No, I'm fine, and I would like to check off one of my obsessions.
And having completed one of his obsessions, you will now bid for control of John
That's
again.
cool and refreshing.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Does he bid too?
Yes, he gets to bid to retain control.
Okay. This is cool. All right.
3, 2, 1, reveal.
What the fuck?
Oh no, 5. Keep your beans though. She spends them. All right.
Yes, control is mine.
John is now talking to you in the back of your mind. You see 6 cans empty in front of you.
Fuel.
Fuel
for the master.
A very taken aback bartender is staring at you. And do you want more, or do you want to pay?
You are very good at your job.
Thank you. Why your voice just suddenly transformed? What's going on? You do not seem okay.
King
you need
of
me
beers.
More beers?
No.
No?
I'm a guest. I must go back to the people. Charge my room.
What is your room number?
Would I know that, being in
You
John's
can
head?
ask John, or you can check your person.
John.
Yeah, who are you?
What's the room number, John?
It's 512B.
512B, sir. Charge it to the room.
Oh, sure. No problem. I'll write that down.
John, we've got to go back to the room. We've got to talk to the people. We've got to talk to the people in the room.
That sounds good. Yeah.
You don't want to lose your job, John.
No, I don't. My job is very important.
You don't want to lose your job, John.
Yes.
Let's go back. Let's hurry.
Go back where?
To the room with the people.
You mean the
conference room.
The conference room. All right. So you turn back, about face, walk out of the bar, walk through the lobby into the hallway, make your way across the tacky carpet, and now there's a crowd. There's an assembly of people.
Thank
you.
We love you.
7 months, hot dog.
Hey.
You are confronted by all the faces of all of the people turning and looking at you. There he is. That's the guy.
Friends. Family.
You also are trying to fight with the fact that you are very intoxicated. It's starting to come on very quickly.
I was shy for a moment, but now I have the power of liquid courage running through my veins. Join me in the conference room for the best speech you've ever heard. And I want to casually walk up using my power of persuasion.
Okay, with your powers of persuasion, you need to roll in order to persuade them successfully.
Okay.
And you can either bid 2 willpower now and guarantee success, or roll a 3, 4, 5, or 6.
I'm going to bid 2.
Okay. I neglected to mention a rule. I just realized. If you fail a skill check, that also will trigger a bid.
Okay. Actually, I'm not going to bid 2. I'm going to
You're not going to bid 2. You're going
because I have to get a 3, 4, 5, or 6.
Yeah.
Right?
All you just don't roll a 1 or 2.
5.
A 5. Oh yeah. Everyone is turning to you and just sort of looking at each other and being like, "Well, we were here to watch this guy talk. Yeah, let's absolutely 100%. Let's go. Okay." And about half of the crowd, I'd say 7 or 8 people, start to walk with you. Where are you taking them?
I'm just going to usher them back into their seats, and I'm going to get back up on the podium.
Oh yeah, okay. They are ushered. A lot of people are very disturbed and start to walk backwards away from you. But the people who were so convinced by your powers of persuasion walk into the room and take a seat in the front row, and they're sitting there looking up with anticipation. There's an elderly couple. There's a kid with his mom, obviously in his teens. The mom has a red sweater on. There's a variety of other people who are wearing suits and fancier clothes, that sort of thing. You're staring down at them, and you hear that the mic is on.
Hey, John, what kind of speech were we giving, John?
Oh, financial planning 101?
You're the best, John. Beautiful people in the audience. You're here to gain power, greatness, and above all, financial stability in this tough economic time.
The mom takes out a notepad and flips it over to an empty page, and
that's the greatest power of all.
Starts to write down what you're shouting.
In your mind, you hear Gakmak go, "Hey, this." To do this, you need courage and empowerment. One of the best forms of empowerment is group therapy and encouragement and empowerment. Together, I would like all of us to cheer for the Gakmat method. I vow my life to the Gakmat method, which will bring me glory and money and power. Together! And then I'm going to cheer it and try and persuade them to cheer it with me.
I would say we keep the persuasion of your previous role in this case. It was long, so not all of them are remembering, depending on how specific you want them to exactly repeat that. The first attempt is sort of half-hearted. Some of them get it right out of the gate, others are sort of trail off. Then next, I empower, and they're starting to pick up the words and looking at each other. It starts to turn into more and more.
Again! And we do it 3 or 4 times. Yes! And that will be one of my tier 2s.
Okay.
I
Yes.
have convinced people to offer a verbal sacrifice for Gakmat.
You may check that off. Congratulations. We are now back at the bidding process.
Oh my god.
I needed that room.
God fucking damn it.
Three, 2, 1, reveal. 1, 2. Oh, Maya's got it. All right. Suddenly, John's face goes blank for a moment, and you are now in his mind. You're staring at a group of people. They're all on their feet, chanting this one message over and over, staring at you.
Try to imagine.
You can also see at the door that what appears to be like a security guard or something is sort of peeking in and looking.
He went off, got drunk, came back and made them chant. Yep.
I feel way more financially literate.
This seems different. Who is this now? You hear John in the back of your mind.
I am the Schmildy.
The how do you pronounce it?
The Schmildy.
The Schmildy?
Schmuty.
Schmoody.
Schmuty.
Spell that for me?
SHMPWDY.
Okay,
I am
sure.
the Schmildy.
Oh, and you can either assert control over his body or you can talk to John more.
What's on the podium in front of me?
Oh, there does appear to be a written speech, some index cards. There's a microphone that's directly in front of you. There's like a remote control to like lower and lift the presentation screen. It's not in use right now, but it appears that he was just giving this straight talk.
Are there any lights?
Lights. There are the like overhead lights that are just like panels of yeah, they're there. What would you like to do?
Any other lights that I see?
Nothing like standing lights or there are like ensconces on the wall. Those ones that like shine down and hit the shelves that are on the perimeter of the room for drinks and that sort of thing.
John, when did you last feed me?
I just drank 6 beers.
Fucking job.
The king of beers.
Rare liquid courage.
I don't know what the beer is.
It's an alcoholic beverage. It's sort of you use it to relax and have a good time. I had breakfast this morning. I had like a bagel and cream cheese, but that was hours ago. I don't usually right before I do my speeches. I can get a little nervous, butterflies in the stomach, that sort of thing.
Is that what I'm feeling?
As he's talking, you're realizing that his mouth is moving and he's saying these things out loud in front of the people, but not getting your half of the conversation. They're slowing down and stopping the chanting and just sort of starting to look at you as you dart looking around through John's eyes.
What do I know what we were talking about? Like in her form?
I would say that you woke up at this moment, so you are only going to have memories that when you're in sort of control. So when either of these people return, they will not have whatever you do, and vice versa.
I look at the podium and I see the papers.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, and I look at everybody.
You hit the paper, it slides off to the left, it doesn't fall off just yet. They're now just staring at you in silence and like confusion, like what was the next thing that you wanted to tell us? It seemed really important. They're very eager.
And I go,
What was I talking about?
They start to repeat. You were talking about we were here for a financial planning session, and then you started talking about empowerment and power. You seemed like you really knew what you were talking about. The teenagers just blows. And let's get out of here, Mom, and starts to turn and walk out. The security guard has taken a few steps in closer.
I'm looking at the lights again. I'm watching the people leave, and I go, and I just go. I biff.
You, everyone observes you. Those who are still watching and not leaving the room, watch you hunker down and then reach up to the top of the podium, and finally you give it a push. Papers all flat down and slide down in a waterfall of a mess down to the stage floor.
And that will knock off my first tear.
All right.
Of gently
Which you
knocking
can do
things
as many
off
times. All of your obsessions you can do as many times as you want.
Okay.
I should repeat that. That means that we're
Up
rebidding.
for bidding. Yep.
Three, two, one, reveal. Nothing. 2, and that's a 4. Dang. All right. Winning the bid, you now find yourself back in that same podium situation. Only there are papers. One has landed on your shoulder. You're almost totally crouched down. Your back is hunched. The papers are falling and sliding down to the ground now. You can't see anyone in front of the podium because you're basically staring right at it, being crunched down. You're staring at a mess of cables in one of those little cabinets at the halfway point of the podium.
I guess this is why my friends call me Whiskers. I'm feeling very curious all of a sudden. I'm gonna go find. Well, I gotta go find out where I am. Do I know where I am, John? John, are you here, man? Are you here? Are you there?
Yes. What's happening?
We got John on the line here. Tell us where we are, John.
We're in a Hyatt in Reston, Virginia.
Oh, hi. That's all your company can afford? Is that really?
I work for myself. I sell books about financial planning.
Obviously not very much if a Hyatt is all you can afford.
I'm very successful.
Well, at least that's what your mom says. Okay. Wait, in Reston, Virginia, where's the closest zoo?
There's a zoo about a 15-minute drive from here. The rest
Okay, let's go.
Great, let's go.
What are we driving, John?
A rental. It's a Ford Mustang.
A Mustang? Well, at least we can agree on that. I was gonna judge your horrible taste in rental cars as well, but I guess I don't have to. Okay, let's go get out of this horrible Hyatt.
As you start to
With
walk.
only their cans of Budweiser. Couldn't even get it on draft. Or in the bottle.
The security guard approaches you.
Hello, security guard.
Are you alright? You've used perhaps 3 or 4 different voices in the last 10 minutes, and to be completely honest, you said something about drinking a bunch of beers and then going to your Ford Mustang?
No, I didn't say that. The other guy did. Bye.
You start to walk past him, and he puts his hand on your shoulder. Sir, I'm really not comfortable with letting you go in this state. I can smell the beer. I could smell it when I was at the back of the room, and it's now very strong.
Well, I mean, the unmistakable scent of a nice, cool Budweiser is one of the greatest scents you can smell.
Sir, listen to yourself. You just sound so drunk.
Well, that may be so, but I'm also a black belt in karate, and I'm gonna karate chop it.
All right, roll for it.
Do I get a bonus because it's one of my skills, or can I only do my
If you
skill?
succeed on a 3, 4, 5, or 6, because it's one of your skills.
Instead of a 4, 5, and
4,
6.
5, or 6.
Okay.
But if you want to guarantee it, you can spend some willpower.
I'm gonna roll for it. 4, so I karate chop.
With dexterity that John has never shown, you hack him in the throat, and he just doubles over, and he's
I warn you.
he's starting to reach for
the
some.
ninja chop.
He's starting.
Stupid YouTube video.
It's the ancient Japanese art of karate.
He's starting to reach for what could be a taser or a baton, but with another swift knee to the face, you knock him out totally cold. He falls flat to the ground. The security guard now laying at your feet.
Okay, I'm gonna give my four. Actually, I'm gonna grab a roadie Budweiser.
You sprint, running down the hallway, knocking over your own personal financial planning sign as you make your way back to the bar. There are a number of the people who you've been originally presenting to, the ones who rejected the call to empowerment, are at the bar now, wondering what they're going to do with the rest of their day now that this talk is apparently canceled.
As I'm running away, I'm gonna say, "I'll solve it. Just invest in Bitcoin. It's a great idea. Trust me."
You run out. Do you want to talk to the bartender, or are you just grabbing the beer?
I just charge it to the 50B or whatever it is. I'll have another Budweiser.
You do not recall the room number.
Oh,
because
what's my room? John, are you on the line? Are you still on the line, John?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us, John. What's the room number?
512B.
512B. Charge it another one more Budweiser.
Yes, sir. And he pulls out another Budweiser. Are you okay, sir? Like, Personal trouble, you can sit.
No, I've never been. I just have never had to get to a zoo more than this one instance. Okay, bye. And I'm gonna take the bar to where I park. John, where do we park our Ford Mustang?
We're in the garage parking.
Okay, garage parking. Let's go. Let's blow this popsicle
With an
stand.
eerie sense of where to go, you immediately start sprinting with a beer in your hand. Do you open the beer or are you drinking the beer?
I'll wait till I'm in the car.
Okay. Mature stream. We didn't mention that. Oh shit.
Don't drink and drive. If you're watching this.
Whatever the demons in John's head tell him to do. We're
Don't
not
do it.
promoting.
Dude, don't promote it.
You bolt down the hallway, making your way to the actual entrance to the elevator. Ding! You go down the elevator. A couple's in the elevator. A very young couple, maybe recently married or staying at this Hyatt, can smell the beer on you.
Hey! Congratulations!
You spend a few awkward seconds with them as you make your way down to B1, and then you exit you're in a parking garage.
Okay, I look for a Mustang.
There doesn't appear to be one immediately available.
I'm gonna try to. I'm just gonna walk. John, where the fuck did you park?
He reminds you that you need to go down one of those crisscross staircases.
I hate the crisscross staircase.
Yes.
That give me every time I go to the. I do what he says.
You run forward and you make your way to right around the corner. You're using his memories now and starting to get a little bit more adept at this. There, right around the corner, you see the red Mustang there.
Okay, I'm here. I'm gonna hop in and back it up.
You reach down, and in your pocket, sure enough, there is a rental car
How about
key,
that?
which I need to remind myself. In addition to the other items on your person, the car key is there, and you find yourself in. You turn the car on, you crack your beer, and you are backing up and now driving through the parking garage.
I'm driving out. Okay, John. Now you're gonna have to guide us to the zoo. I forgot to print out the map quest.
Well, you drive up and around. There's one of those barriers, one of those arms that comes down in order to get people to pay for the parking.
Ah, shit! I'm gonna take out my room key. I'm gonna swipe it up.
You find the room key. It's in the money clip that you currently carry.
Of course, I always keep it there.
You boop it, and it does go green. The door actually comes up, and you careen out into the street. You see now that it's a beautiful day outside. The street that you're on is relatively traffic full, but the speed limit is slow, so people are just moving one after the other in this way. There's green rolling hills in front of you, which is apparently like an adjacent park that this Hyatt faces or is adjacent to. And there's a fountain where there's a four-way intersection. You can see that there's a light on one side. If you were to turn right, go around the fountain, and then make your way out into the larger of the roads, you'd be able to start your way towards Reston Zoo.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be nursing on the beer, so I gotta drink responsibly.
Are you obeying the law?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so you
just barely though.
Casually to pull behind a car. You just sit there while they wait for the.
Oh, I am the horn though, and look real aggressive.
You're just holding it down.
Get out of the way, asshole! I gotta get to the zoo.
Someone lowers their window and turns. It's an elderly gentleman. The light is red.
Get the fuck out of my way!
Eventually it turns green.
God.
But he's turned and he's still yelling at you, so there's a car blocking, even though all the rest of the traffic is turning out onto the street.
I'm gonna obey the law, so a John Q law doesn't pull me over.
This guy's still yelling at you. Are you going to respond to him, or?
I'll say, have a nice day, sir. Try not to have a heart attack and die.
He seems offended by your language, and he chooses, instead of turning around and continuing, he's going to get out of the car and teach you a lesson. So
I'm gonna zoom past him in my Mustang.
As soon as that happens, you bolt around him.
I don't have time for this. I gotta get to the zoo.
Squealing tires, you immediately make your way around his blue Volvo and drive out into the running the red light, which is now turned back. Which has turned red. It's been just enough time. But you peel out into the intersection.
I'm a man on a mission.
Narrowly dodging two cars as they start to pull into the street. And now you're driving down Eldon. Your next stop is to make a right on to.
John, just tell me where I'm going. I don't have the map quest.
And so he's feeding you the information as you're driving. It is a 10 or 15 minute drive. and even though you are feeling really comfortable with your beer and you are starting to make your way to the rest of the
I'm gonna crank out the jams.
You're cranking the jams, but he starts to get a little bit bored, and we're gonna have to bid again.
Okay.
So now
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So, because I've completed one of my things, I can complete that again, and the bid doesn't happen, so I can continue going.
No, each time you complete one of your obsessions, we rebid, regardless of whether or not you've completed.
So
it
his
before.
wasn't to drink alcohol then.
No, his was more specific than
Okay,
having
cool.
one
Just
beer.
wanted to make sure because I was like, I don't want to set up my next plan, and then that not be the case.
No,
and then
no.
be like,
I'll
shit.
clarify that his goal is more specific than just having a single beer.
Well, if I
Okay,
do it,
cool.
I just drink a 6-pack of Budweiser.
Which is why I didn't trigger it when he had the beer.
Okay, I just wasn't sure, and I want to make sure.
No, I'm glad you asked. That's why we're doing this.
Perfect.
We're rebidding for control,
Okay.
and 3, 2, 1, reveal. Oh, Maya's winning. Maya, you have now, you're driving in a Mustang with a beer, the windows down. You are driving down a street with some cars around you. You appear to be going the speed limit. There's some jams on.
What's the speed limit?
45 miles per hour.
Okay, well, I'm gonna snap into it, look around, and just like let go of the steering wheel and go, and immediately jump out of the window.
Okay, going
God,
45
very
miles per
gracefully.
hour, you immediately reject what's happening. The can of beer slams down, fizzes out all over your feet, just as you're able to pull them out onto the thing. You see that the window is open, and already the car is starting to careen into the ditch that runs along the side of the street, but you're able to jump out the window.
And I have an ability where I can always land on my feet.
That is
do
true.
Do I roll for this?
You will roll to see if the ability helps you with this problem that you put in front of you.
Okay, here we go. I rolled a 5.
You succeed.
All right.
You land on your feet, and even though you're going 45 miles per hour, it's like one of those anime stops where you just fucking land and slide. There's enough gravel on this asphalt that you're able to maintain balance with your unbelievable reflexes. John, in his beautiful $500 loafers, just careens to a stop in his sweet-ass fucking suit that he's wearing for his presentation, and now you're in the middle of the highway. One car, horn blaring, screams right by you, but other cars are starting to slow down. The red Corvette hits the ditch, flips up, and tumbles into a complete demolished, like it is total wreckage of fragmented metal.
I'm gonna dart to the side of the road, flat like a pancake, dodging cars, and get out to the side, like not in the ditch, but out of harm's way.
Staying loose, you jump off the street, and in a couple bounds, you are very quickly able to reach the ditch and what appears to be the edge of a large field.
I will look around. Do I feel safe?
You now are off the street. You do feel very safe. This actually appears to be a field where people might come to set up like a pickup game of soccer or hockey. But right now it's totally empty. You can see that there are 2 people playing with boomerangs at the very far end of it, whipping them around different shapes and configurations. On one side there's trees, but on the other side you can see what is apparently a dog park.
Do I smell the dog park?
I'm gonna say yeah. You can hear the dog park. Maybe might be a better way to perceive. You can hear the distant barking and play and conversation.
Stressed out, I'm going to start peeling clothes off of me and start self-grooming.
Okay.
And attempt to pick up my hind leg on the side of the road and attempt to.
You
clean
unbutton
myself.
the blazer. You pull off the blazer and just letting drop what is probably the blazer to like a $1,500 or $2,000 suit. Fall to the dusty, ditchy ground. You start to undo the belt, and this beautiful leather, maybe alligator even, belt comes free from your pants. You work the shoes off and pull off his nice black socks. You're able to pin him down almost all the way to the boxers. You have a white V-neck tee underneath your nice fancy French cuffed shirt. Pulling that off, I'm going to keep going. He
Yep.
pulls off the top.
Just like frantically ripping out like
Boxers
socks
too?
and everything.
Depends on how groomy you feel.
I'm gonna do inner leg, so boxers can probably stay on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you just lie right down on the soft green grass and attempt to reach as much of yourself as possible doing your grooming and cleansing.
And then once I'm done and I feel like I'm safe and satisfied, I'd like to sniff around for the direction of food. Anything that sounds like or smells like it's being fried, even if it's in the direction of the dog park, and I want to start jumping in that direction, like on all fours.
Yes, through the field and over a hill, your perceptions are just so fucking tight that you're able to smell what appears to be some sort of a fried food place on the maybe half a mile in that direction. Are you gonna go for it?
I'm gonna go for it.
Okay, you stand up in your boxers. These are nice silk boxers with like a plaid and this elastic band. You start to run barefoot through the field. You hear a couple yells and screams, but pay them no mind. It is a pretty long jog, so I'm going to say that we're gonna have to rebid.
Okay. I'm out of thingies.
Oh, okay, then that is you.
That is me.
3, 2, 1. Oh, blank. All right. All right. You are.
Sorry, you guys.
You are at the other. You are at the other end of the of a field, and you are passing through these bigger and bigger shrubs, these larger and larger bushes, and you are making your way just over a crest, and you can see on this side there appears to be one of those like Safeway-sized malls. There's a Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Boston Market right next to each other. There's a video rental place that's somehow still in business on one end. There's a laundromat. You know,
This really is a fantasy world.
shopping mall fodder. That's funny.
Thanks. I appreciate nobody laughed. Wow, that was
I
good.
thought it was funny.
John, why are you partially naked, John? Last I left you, John, you were not partially naked.
I know, but I had to groom myself.
You put your clothes on after that, John.
Well, I mean, I smelled food and it smelled really good, and I had to go right away.
Are there people where you smell the food, John?
In the shop, yeah, the Boston Market right there. There appear to be customers, and then there's also the Safeway right here. You can see there's a gas station also.
Let's go down there, John. I'm gonna need you to roll in the dirt.
There's quite a bit of dirt, and there's like
I
a
just
mulch.
need you to roll in it a little bit. You took your clothes off, John. You can do this for me.
Sure, and he eagerly jumps down onto his knees, goes into a half somersault. He's doing the angel. He's picking up actual mulch and starting to rub it all over his body.
Good job, John. Good job.
Thanks.
That's how we get shit done, John.
Thanks.
And then we're gonna make our way down to the place that is the most crowded. Like maybe an outside dining area, and we're gonna stand up on one of the tables and address the crowd.
Adjacent to the Boston Market are those circular picnic bench, picnic tables with the parasol that comes out.
That's what I'm looking for.
It's relatively sunny, but they are actually closed, so none of the umbrellas are unfurled.
But there are people milling
But there
about.
are actually a number of families. Husbands and wives, their children, they're all milling about, eating their mashed potatoes, green beans, and turkey.
I'm gonna stand up on the table. Excuse me, everybody.
They
I have
all
a
stop.
very important public announcement.
One woman immediately grabs her child and covers her face. Someone gets shocked and immediately runs into the Boston Market or starts to make his way towards the Boston Market in order to alert somebody and tell the authorities.
What you see in front of you is a man down on his luck. Do you see the dirt upon my body?
They're trying to look away and ignore you because they...
Does this shame you? Does this make you upset? Well, let me tell you, it comes with confidence. Being able to stand here in front of you all and beg for you to listen to my plight.
Screaming these words, one family, come on, let's go, we have to get out of here, and they're taking their trays and starting to make their way up, but others are compelled, and they're starting to look at you more and more curiously. You continue.
These boxers were once a beautiful silk. I subscribed to the GAC method. But then, I lost my way. And with that, the rest of my clothes. If you can follow me, and as a group, we claim that we will subscribe to the GACMAT method. He just laughs that in his head. We will be able to overcome these dire straits that I'm in.
One gentleman stands up. I'm going to ask you to do your check now, but you have the power of persuasion, so you can choose to boost it, or you can
I'm
just
gonna put one
in there. All right, so just don't roll a 1. You'll be
I have
upset.
6. I'm good.
All right. Yeah. In fact, a 6 is so enthusiastic. One gentleman who was, all the way, to the bone of his turkey leg, stands up and goes, "The method." And he starts to pull his clothes off and gets down to his boxers very quickly. And others start to seeing the same. They're nodding at each other. The method.
Now,
any
of you that has chicken bones or pork bones or any kind of other bones on you, lay them at my feet and let's chant together. Forever, the GACMAT method. And I once again will drive a beautiful car with beautiful silk boxers and actual clothes. And you too will have an expensive house and a beautiful wife and successful children that can pay for college out of their pocket.
Some people are taking the shitty plastic knives that you get at the fucking Boston market and just ramming it into the meat and carving it down to the bone as quickly as possible. The one gentleman who initially took off his clothes is eating as quickly as possible, trying to finish his meal, but also trying to respect what you're doing. Some have left, but most have stayed, and they are now bringing to you. Are these enough? Should we go back and get more?
This is enough.
One person
Chant
is up
together
to the
with
waist
me.
in the trash can, digging out some of the discarded meals that are in the trash can adjacent, spilling cigarette ashes.
I want to begin to consume these bones while they're all chanting, possibly nailing 2 of my things at one simultaneous time.
Yeah, you're taking handfuls of these bones, and are you going to do them one at a time, or are you just?
I'm just shoveling them in my mouth while they're chanting together. I'm going to wait for them to start chanting, and I'm going to start shoveling.
I'm going to say that unless you justify it with a skill, that's going to be a John roll because of how dangerous that is. To shove a large number of bones into your throat, you start pushing one down, and you can feel the gag reflex immediately, but suppression. You start to push more and more and more down. How do you do with that?
You can do it, John. John, if you want your clothes back, if you want your life back, if you want your power back, John, you can do it. You can do it, John.
He's in complete agreement. He's trying his hardest. I need you to make a regular skill check, a John check, to see if he succeeds.
4.
You get all those bones down.
What the fuck is going on?
Oh my god.
I don't know how to articulate this, but you push a bone in, and then its ass is at the back of your throat, and you're able to push the next bone down, and you just sort of chain them in a disgusting manner. Some of them splinter, surely wrecking your esophagus, but you manage to get all of these whole bones down and into your belly.
Okay. So
is that an obsession for you?
That's 2 of them simultaneously.
Check them both off.
Holy shit! What were they?
Collect and eat bones. And convince people to offer verbal sacrifice for GACMAT.
Oh, nice.
Holy shit, girl.
All right. And we're going to rebid.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
We're all out.
Are we all out?
No, I still have some.
I'm out.
Okay. And pick. Yeah, private pick. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Tie. And normally the way that this would work is you would leave your bid on the table and then do another hidden bid.
Okay.
Do you only have 1 willpower left, though?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So now we're gonna. You're pot committed for those 2 beans, and you can bid 0 through however many willpower.
This would have been so good for me to start throwing up.
Yeah. So wait, we're bidding again. The chat is literally.
He has sunglasses. How have you guys not rummaged through his pockets? I have so much shit in his pockets. Well, then not anymore.
Not anymore. He's laying
Fuck.
on the
All right.
side of the fucking road.
So, rebid 3, 2, 1.
I only have 2 left.
All right. Can you exceed? All right. So you're gonna win the bid, I guess, because you have to.
What was
nothing.
that cock tease of a bid? 1, 2,
Hey.
3.
All right, you are.
You're
You're standing on a.
How does it work if she's got all of her things
You
checked?
are down to your boxers in the middle of
They
a
don't
shopping, in a very public place. There are a number of people holding up handfuls of bones at you, and there are. You appear to be in front of a Boston market. You are covered in a lot of dirt. There are a few pieces of mulch are actually just like attached to you. They've just been like rubbed into your skin. You're a very sticky person apparently. And what do you do?
Well, this feels like an average Wednesday for me. I look
They're
around.
chanting the method, the method, the method.
Yeah, invest in Bitcoin, sure. Everybody does it. Okay, I'm gonna go look around. Are there any woods?
Bitcoin, yeah.
Are there any woods nearby?
They point across the street. There appears to be a 4-lane, 45-mile-per-hour highway that's adjacent to this shopping mall, and there's a large forest that's on that way. You can see that it has a couple residential buildings in that direction, but you can see that there's also a large number of trees in that direction.
And there's like a highway and there's a lot of cars going.
There are cars going back and forth. They're zooming along 45, some 55 because some people are dicks, that kind of thing. This music is perfect.
Is there
Visualizing you
is there any are there
I
any
love it.
are there any is there anyone like driving in a car? Like is there anyone in their car in like the parking lot?
You look out into the parking lot, and there appears to be people with like shopping carts approaching there. One Plymouth Voyager has the back open, and someone is loading the car with groceries at this time.
Okay, I would like to. As soon as someone unlocks their car, I'm gonna karate chop them.
You run into the parking lot, and you are looking for the moment. Some people are giving you like a very nervous look because you are in your boxers in the middle of like, a hot parking lot, covered in dirt.
and bones.
I really need
gristle
this.
is a gristle around your mouth. Your hair is no longer in presentation form. Let's just suffice it to say, you are able to find that same person with the Plymouth Voyager for sure closes their van and starts to make their way over to the entrance. You attempt to karate chop him.
I like the karate chop.
Using your skill, you just need a
With a 4.
With a 4, you smack him on the back of the head, and he just goes down like a sack of potatoes.
Okay, thanks. I mean, Plymouth Voyager isn't my first or second choice, but I'll take it. And I'll get in his car and kick
Yeah,
the
the key
engine.
fell out of his hand as he was reaching up. You roughly push the key in, unlocking the door.
I like to
You see-
rummage around his groceries to see if he has any Budweiser.
There is a 6-pack of.
Hey, well, how about that? I'm gonna grab the 6-pack of Budweiser and put it in. I'm gonna put it in the passenger seat and buckle it in.
You buckle in the Budweiser.
Safety
The rest of the
first.
groceries are now starting to spill around. They weren't well secured in the first place, but like cantaloupes are in one direction, bananas in another. And
I'm allergic to that.
you can turn on the car and make your way out of the parking lot if you
I'm
want.
gonna kick off the jams. I'm gonna listen to some Creed. You ever hear Creed?
You turn on the radio, and this particular person was a fan of like Easy Talk Radio, so it's more like an NPR like.
Oh God, make it stop! I punch the radio. I karate. No, I'll turn it off. I will karate chop just to turn it off.
Decision making
You
process.
slam it,
No,
and
yes,
it
no.
cracks the screen, but appears to still be working, so you continue to hear that.
God, well, I'm just gonna get to the woods. I'm just gonna drive out, and I'm gonna try to drive along and get out in this park where I can then get into to a forest.
You pull out, smashing a shopping cart of some woman, peeling around, driving past the last Blockbuster in existence, and onto the highway.
Okay, I'm on the highway, and I wanna just drive around to where I can just find some woods.
You consult with John, and
John, I don't have the map quest printed out. What
and he
is it
tells
looking
you
like?
that you've made it farther. You are two blocks away from long blocks, but you are 2 long blocks away from the Reston Zoo, and you are.
Oh, the rest of the zoo. That sounds even better. Let's go there.
Okay. Yeah. You make it, and I would say that at this point, because you've been driving, it takes less than 10 minutes, so you do not lose control of.
Okay.
You do.
It's
plow
only 2
through.
blocks, John.
It is a weekday, and the zoo is closed, so the gate is actually padlocked shut.
Oh, it's padlocked shut. I'm gonna go around to see if I can find any alternative entrances, maybe with like a digital key code entrance.
Okay, you just open the Plymouth Voyager door. You walk. You step out. Still, again, feeling the rough rocks under your feet. It's actually quite painful to walk, but it's warm enough outside. You don't need any additional protection. You make your way over. It does look like this is just like the main entrance. It's kind of like one of those Jurassic Park gates that's supposed to get you in the mood to go to the zoo. But right around the corner, it's just a tall fence.
Will I be able to hack the door? Is there a digital panel I can hack into the mainframe?
Forgot that was one of your skills.
I took a boot camp once.
No, there's not like this is not a very expensive zoo. The fact that it's closed on the weekdays tells you that it's very small and that they probably only have a small variety of animals. But you do notice that there's a chain link padlock there.
I'm gonna karate chop it open.
I would ask you to make a skill check.
Shit!
You come down and slam it, and it hurts. It does not break. You could not karate chop metal. And now we're in a final bid. You win control of... Alright, your hand smarts, and you're standing in front of a tall, what appears to be a zoo gate. It's padlocked.
John, you're a powerful man, aren't you, John?
Uh-huh. Apparently.
Let me have a bite of that sore you got going on there. It'll make it all better, John.
My hand?
Yeah.
You want me to bite my own hand?
If you let me taste that, I'll pump healing powers into you, John.
Oh, sounds great. Yes, of
All
course.
better, John.
He immediately goes to work onto the soft padding.
Yeah, I want to just bite a big chunk out of his hand and swallow it.
Okay, you succeed immediately, but it causes him enough pain that we would have a rebid. However, I think everyone's out of willpower.
We're out of willpower.
I still have one, but that would have been one of my things. I've consumed a person of power, which allows me to turn into an all-powerful demon.
And I agreed with you, so I have to give that to you. That's fine. And we would technically have another option, but neither of them can outbid you, so you get one more play to do what you need to do. But you would need to spend some will. Exactly.
John, I'm gonna need one more bite, John.
You are?
It wasn't enough, John.
Well, can we do the other hand?
Of course we can, John.
And you bite in and feel his palm slide down your throat.
It's so funny.
At the conclusion of this nightmare journey. That is, everyone is John.
Oh my god! That was amazing!
So that's everyone is John.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go to the zoo.
Wow!
I need everyone to tally up their points because part of the game is
So
who's
how
the
does it
winner.
work again?
Alright. Multiply the tier value by how many times you succeeded at that obsession. So if you have 2 successes on tier 1, it's 1 times 2 equals 2. If you have 1 success at tier 2, it's 1 times 2 equals 2 because of the tier number being 2. And then 3 is 3 times however many times you succeeded at that tier.
I got 1 point.
1 point.
I was the king of beers.
If dropping the beer can does not count, I get 1 point. If it does count, I get 2.
Oh, does the... Oh, I forgot that you did that.
Counter services, but I don't know if dropping...
You would have lost control if you'd claimed that obsession at the time that you did it. Because by succeeding at this obsession, you would have and you wouldn't have done the other stuff. So I'm going to say that no. But if you'd called it, I dropped the beer can and that's my obsession, then you would have been in and out of John. Like, first of all, the fastest John in history.
Yeah.
Second of all...
That's true.
No. So just 1 for you.
One
so you guys are
point.
tied at 1. You killed it,
I got
Nikki.
14.
Yeah,
Holy shit, high five! What the fuck, girl? That was demonic.
I was an imp named Gakmat.
I loved it.
Thanks.
We can play another round.
A little
we have a
demonic
lot
imp.
of time if you guys are
Yeah.
comfortable with it.
Yeah.
It's only 8:30.
Do we want
That
to
was
share?
fast to
Do we
16
want to
minute
share
game.
what our obsessions were, or no?
Yeah, I would love to hear a little bit more about what was going through your mind.
Sure,
and-
let's do it.
Let the winner go first.
So my tier 1 was to collect and eat bones that would help me towards my actual summoning into a powerful demon in tier 3. Tier 2 was convince people to offer verbal sacrifices or verbal, basically verbal agreement to Gakmat. And then my last one was to consume or eat a person of power, which would allow me to turn into a powerful demon. And so I got to nibble on John, who's a powerful man, twice.
I'm going to have to remember that because that was... I probably shouldn't have given that to you, but that's all right. That's all right.
Other than yourself.
Well, I'd forgotten what your tier 3 was, so when you asked him whether he was a powerful man, he is going to say yes. Because John always says yes. That's one of the secrets of this game.
Well, I figured because he was rich and he sold books and he was there doing like a tour and he was speaking.
Yeah.
I was like, he's definitely
he's
powerful.
for
so.
sure.
All right.
Oh, and then, sorry, I forgot my other things.
Your abilities.
And then my skills, I had the power of persuasion, and I could speak every language, but that didn't really.
No, I couldn't think about. I honestly, running this game is very challenging because you have to think about all the details of like improv on the fly. All right, tell us a little bit about your character, Maya.
I was my cat Carlia, and whenever we discuss what Carlia would be thinking, we always put on this voice of like, I am the beauty and this is my dog, and it was difficult to hold up because we were at a convention with other people, and
Thank you for
Thank you.
Kirito's friend Javier. Kirito is my favorite character.
Well, you know,
I
Kirito's friend Javier is my favorite friend of Kirito, so.
So yeah, my tier 1 obsession was to gently knock things off counters and surfaces, which I only managed to do once. Tier 2 was charm people into giving me pets and scratches. And then tier 3 was become a mascot and permanent resident of the local fish market.
That's good.
That last one was really hard.
If you had gotten to the grocery store, you probably could have gone in and tried
when
the fish
he
market.
said zoo, I was like, oh, maybe I can go to the fish tanks, and
sure.
that would have been a good...
See, I liked the zoo because I was like, ooh, I can probably find bones at the zoo.
It's so weird playing this game and thinking like creatively how you're going to get to your obsession as fast as possible. It's really fun for like creativity and problem solving.
My skills were always land on my feet, and I also took charismatic persuasive, but I had a very hard time thinking of how to be either of those things once we got back inside the room. Like, I probably could have done something at the bar, but I was like, in front of all these people, all I could think about was like, I see lights, I see people flipping pages, and I'm getting like aroused by that. Like, I want to go into play mode. So I was just trying to channel my cat.
I guess I'm Gus Langtree. Step 1, drink a 6-pack of Budweiser. It's the king of beers. Step 2, hunt a big game animal, because why not? Step 3, go to the moon and prove it's not made of green cheese, or is it? My skills are karate and hacking.
You're so stupid.
I was on the car ride to Derek, and I'm like, I have no intention of winning. This is my skill set.
You were really close to getting big game.
I wish that you had gotten
There was
big game.
elephants in there, man.
I was
about to karate chop an elephant to death.
You were literally like giving me everything that I needed. I was like, thank you, Mikey.
Yeah.
So what I should have done is held it and then basically let myself transform into a giant demon and then just spend a bean and go from moon to moon to moon. I'll go to all the moons in the solar system.
Yeah. No, things can get really supernatural.
It's a trip around the Milky Way.
Do we have sense of each other? Like, what the other person might be? Or are we completely blocked off, like...
I think that your vivid memories are what you experience when you have control of John.
Okay.
And
everything else,
everything else is you have to talk to John and ask him why you've suddenly blacked out and are here.
Okay.
You're not wearing any clothes.
Yeah, like for the two people, all of a sudden he just teleported somewhere and had no clothes.
I was like, oh god, what the fuck am I gonna do? He's naked. How am I gonna be able to do anything?
You are so good at that.
And you're like, yeah, and he's gnawing on bones. I was like,
that was pretty clutch.
yeah,
that was really good. That was hilarious.
Would you?
That was amazing.
What I would say is, would you guys like to play again? I'm giving you guys the permission to change who you are. If you want to pick a new skill set and a new obsession set, I can go use the restroom and we can pick back up in 5 minutes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Taking a break.
If anybody in chat has suggestions,
we'll take
feel
some
free to throw them out.
I do 10 bar well. I cook better than I
10
make
bar.
cocktails, to answer your question. I would probably pour like a neat bourbon well, but not too much of a cocktail person.
Just pouring
I'll be back.
a nice glass of neat whiskey.
Are we doing the same like city scenario? Is where we're starting again?
I always pick an urban center, but it's always a different like
venue.
thing that you wake up to. A lot of people are like, oh, you wake up and you're homeless. I wanted to give you guys, like, there was $500 in his pocket that you guys could have spent. There was, he had some nice sunglasses. You got rid of all of that.
Yeah.
Johnson
It's
just
gone.
got rid
Zero
of you
means nothing
when
to
you
a cat.
torched his car.
Yeah. I
Jesus.
did torch his car.
Oh my god. So we need, for anyone who might be interested in shooting out some answers, we need some potential tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 goals or obsessions. I'm trying to think what I want to do. I think I have an idea. I know you got playing with me again, Mike.
I kind of want to. I'll just do different things.
You can always do 4 gifts.
That was mine.
4 gifts would be a good one. And so would Dobro. Dobro would also be really good. Huh. A Highlander. Oh my gosh. This is the hardest part. Luckily we did this before the stream started.
Man.
Highlander. There can only be one.
Okay, let's see. I think I've got it.
How's chat? They're working. I'll talk to you. Everyone good? See, Winnie, you're right on it. I'm gonna go downstairs. Does anyone need anything?
No.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Appreciate you bearing with us through this dead air as we rack our
Yeah.
brains.
We figure out what we're gonna be. Okay, I think I've got it.
New session idea. I love it, Rich. That's fine. We're gonna do a third day where we do improv bits with chat.
All right.
Well, that's Saturday. Oh no, it'll be Anime USA. Live Anime USA stream.
I would.
Man, I'm having such a block right now. I don't know if I should
I like your
start
tier 1 and
new.
tier 2. Increase the difficulty of 3 for me.
Okay. I got it.
From Joy. Ha! Yeah. There was that one month where we were doing, I was doing Dungeons and Dragons twice a week because I was Matthias and Frost simultaneously. That was a lot of D&D. That's definitely right at the threshold.
That's my every week.
Shit. You're lucky. Feels good.
I play like 2 to 4. 2 to 4. times a week.
As long as you don't have to DM more than once a week, there are limits.
Those
even
weeks
for
were
the
those
lazy.
weeks are brutal.
Yeah.
God, those are brutal. Yeah.
I can't remember what this thing is called, so I put in parentheses basically what it is. I don't know why I can't remember what it is. Let's see if you think that'll work. You know what I'm talking about? Like where it's like super random and all of a sudden it just happens in the middle of this.
Oh,
Oh, I just remember what it's called. I'm gonna send it back to you.
Yep,
Is that okay?
that's correct.
Perfect. So that'll work for number 3? Or do you still want it to be harder?
I think that's challenge enough. That's
Okay.
fine. Next time we do this, if there is a next time, I would point at, I'll have you guys prepare 3 voices in advance so that we don't have this extended moment of nothingness. Sorry, everybody.
Thank you for hanging out with us.
I have a question mark on one of my skills because I'm not sure, but just take a look under the line.
Oh my goodness. Ah, under the line. Got it.
I think I'm gonna change my second one because I think that would be funny. It would be funnier. No, I'll keep it.
I would say that you... I think that's too supernatural
Okay.
for your second skill. And because you already had the first skill, I'm going to ask you to change that one too.
Okay. Everything else is okay?
Yep.
Okay.
How did you come by this thing? You just like searched the internet and found it? Or-
I went and looked up probably 20 micro RPGs, and I've been doing this for a while because I know that occasionally you have something in the back of your pocket, and and this one just spoke to me. It seemed so simple and so just delightful. There's another one called The Skeletons, which is really interesting, but more somber.
Isn't that like a 60-page RPG?
It's a long RPG,
Yeah.
but you run it it's still a one-shot, so it still happens in less than 4 hours. But it's a very complicated, for the DM anyway, game where you play the skeletons who spend centuries in the dungeon waiting for the heroes to come and kill them, and you just role-play, like, what do you do with the skeletons who are undead in a labyrinth until someone, like, it seems really sexy, but this is easier and no prep. Zero
Turn the
prep.
tea kettle for a minute.
Turn it on.
Yes. Turn it on.
Housekeeping. If you're at Anime USA, this weekend, we will be there.
Make the first one like that. That's something that you can make happen, and you're golden. Here, I'll write it down.
Okay.
If you're at Anime USA in Washington, D.C., we will be there. I will be giving a panel on running your first D&D session. So if you have an interest in D&D, and obviously you do if you watch this channel, and you'll be in D.C.
Mayo and I will be dressed up as the beautiful witches from Wicked. So
Yeah.
come hang out with us and
Yeah, it'll be a
I'll
blast.
be green, she'll be blue.
yep.
That's this weekend.
Something like that.
And Wednesday, we're doing another Wacky One Shot, obviously, which will still be traveling. So instead of Everyone is John, we'll be playing Tactical Waifu, where Nikki, Andy, and Kelsey will all be playing your favorite anime waifus, and they'll be trying to save their senpai and the world. So it is going to be a pretty fantastic stream. We'll see how inappropriate it gets. It could get pretty wacky.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Good.
Fun.
And then as for what we're doing here with Everyone is John, I think that Winnie really explained it really well, but the idea is that Derek is playing John, who is a person that he concocts, and then the rest of us are like possessing him, kind of like ghosts, or in the last one I was an imp demon, and we're somehow possessing him based on Maya's cat. And we are bidding to take control of John to try to further our interests. We have 3 goals, or obsessions, and we have 2 skills that we can use to our advantage, and then the point is, by the time everyone runs out of our little beans, whoever has the most points based on how many of their obsessions that they've accomplished wins that session. So, it's just wacky, inflatable, waving arm tube band.
Yeah, very good explanation, thank you.
Thanks.
I'm putting bite marks into the palms of John now.
Because
Alright,
he's
that's
been
disgusting.
bitten from both
That
of
is
them.
so raw. Alright. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Everyone has their 10 beans. Their
Oh,
It's
yeah.
technically willpower,
Two.
but that's just a word.
But they're beans.
But
They're
they're
beans.
beans because of
'Cause
the fact that I
frost.
used to use them for side points. I can't do that anymore because
You
I have
did
like
too many.
75 of those things. It'd be
bullshit.
insanity.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, no, it is. Bid for control. Three, two, one. All right, we've got a winner. You're looking through the eyes of John, as you suddenly, your consciousness suddenly emerges out of the ether, and you appear to be sitting. Right across from you, there's a very nice table with a sort of a felt drape cover over it, and a burning candle, a small burning candle. You can hear there's a lot of chatter and conversation all around you, a little commotion, and you can hear jazz in the background. Sitting across from you is a young lady, very beautiful blonde hair with a bright blue dress on. And you guys appear to be sitting down and having sort of a romantic dinner of sorts. There's you're sitting in front of a like a filet mignon with some asparagus, that sort of thing. And across from you is this woman. She's enjoying some sort of fish prepared meal, and you both have glasses of wine, also right there at the table. Looking around, it looks like it's a pretty full night. Very fancy, expensive restaurant.
So am I in there yet? Am I?
You can be as present or active as you want to be. I just described what you woke up to.
Okay, so am I inside John? Can I ask him?
You are inside John.
Now, John. And I'm gonna just immediately start tearing into the steak. So I'm taking control.
Okay, you take control. You stop whatever conversation.
And I start staring at. I love steak. I'm a hot-blooded American. So John, who's this? She's got a pretty nice body. I mean, I've been with hundreds of women, literally hundreds of women. She's okay.
And in responding to you, John speaks out loud. Oh, this is Janine. We're on a date for tonight. She's staring more and more confused. Are you okay, John?
Janine, that's a pretty stupid name. Are you gonna bone her?
Did you say this out loud?
Well, no, I'm in his head. I'm in his head.
She's just,
Literally
Janine
hundreds
is
of
only
women.
getting half of it, so she hears John respond to what is happening in John's head now. I was really hoping to bone her, yeah.
Well, that's good. I mean, if you leave me control, you will. And so hold on. I'm gonna make her. I gotta find out what makes her tick. So I have a proposition, darling. Can I speak through John now?
Now you can assert control, yeah.
Okay, darling. I hate to break the news. Do you have any idea what is in our water sources?
John, your voice has changed. Are you okay?
Forget about that. No, it's fine. Hold on one sec. Hold on. I'm gonna finish my entire steak.
You've got you're chipmunking out because you've got so much steak in both sides of your mouth at this point, trying as quickly as you can to chew this very tender, delicious meat. What has clearly been prepared with some kind of butter sauce.
So I'm gonna use my ability, excellent sources.
He has to name it because he's a DM. It has a name.
So I'm gonna just call up one of my excellent sources. I'm gonna say, okay, I need to find out Janine, the hot.
Do you pull out a phone?
Yeah.
Okay, he had a phone on him.
Okay, good. Of course, I pull out a phone.
So you pull out
Yeah.
a smartphone. And it appears
And
it's an Android of some kind.
An Android. I'm gonna contact one of my sources,
Okay.
and I'm gonna find out what is her greatest fear and her greatest desire, and I need the best sources on this.
I would say that you have a phone number in mind. And
Yeah.
You just dial that phone number.
My old pal Gus.
You are embarrassing me. Janina's getting more and more like
Dude, hold
alarmed.
on.
Are you okay? And then
I'm fine.
you hear another voice at the end. Hello?
Hey, I need to know what Janine. You know, there's one sitting in front of me. You're an excellent sourcer. You should be able to figure out exactly what I'm talking about. I need to find out what how she ticks, if you know what I'm saying, and what's her favorite. You know, what is she into? You know what I'm saying?
The voice.
Oh
Because you're trying to get information, you now will have to make a excellent sources roll.
5.
You are successful. The voice gives you all the information that you need. The voice whispers, and in a matter of seconds, you learn that she is a school teacher, and that she is that this is a Tinder date, and that this is the first date that you've been on with Janine, so you don't know how she ticks in any of the other ways.
Okay, Janine. I hate to break it to you, but there are global elites. They are interdimensional vampire shapeshifters that are putting chemicals into our water to poison school children and turn them into mindless drones that they can then use for their nefarious ends. I, however, have a solution. I sell water filters. You hook up one of these bad boys, or 10 for your whole school. 10, and all your kids will be safe. No horrible chemicals, no shape-shifting vampire monsters that they'll be turned into. Trust me, I have excellent sources.
She looks at you in stunned silence for what feels like a full minute, and then, I'm sorry, John. What are you even saying? I don't understand. Make a no skill, unless you can justify one of your 2 skills, straight John check.
I'm gonna bet 2 beans.
Okay. 2
4.
plus, yep, a 4 succeeds.
Woo!
A 4 succeeds. But I am very concerned about the water purity for our school children.
So I can tell you 10 of these right now. It is a limited time offer.
I thought that we were on a date. You just brought me to the sales pitch, but we do need more water filters.
So do we have a deal? Can I get you to sign up on our website right here? It is www.whatever. It's all I'm blocked on all the other social media, so you gotta find me on our website.
Wow.
Can I get you
that makes
interested in
sense.
10?
Do you need my credit card number or just my...
I'll take your credit card. I'll fill it in myself.
She
I
yanks
punch
the
it in.
credit card back from you very quickly as soon as you finish filling it out, and I would say that you successfully sold 10 water filters to her school.
Okay, that'll be 20 points for me. That is my 2nd tier goal.
Oh, it's you get 1 success,
Okay,
not
okay,
per water
okay,
filter.
fine. Fine, I got it.
I was
And
gonna
we're
say,
rebidding-
man, I would have gotten a lot of successes for
and
each
we're
individual
rebidding for
person
control.
last time.
Okay.
It's like good.
It's almost too good. I can't do it. That's weird California.
I like the way you
too good. It's all right. It's
Oh, you want to start?
I'm juiced up. 3, 2, 1, reveal.
Maya.
Uno, 2, Maya. All right. You are sitting down. No. I would say that you're standing at this point, and you're holding a mobile phone for what appears to be some sort of water filtration website. And you see that it says, purchase completed on a little green check mark, verified, trusted information, the whole thing. And you are standing over the shoulder of a young blonde woman wearing a very low-cut blue sort of satiny dress. There is a totally demolished meal on one end and an untouched fish meal on her end, and you appear to be in a fancy restaurant. What do you do?
Oh, ma chérie, is this yours or is this mine? I apologize. Is this not my property?
This is she explains that it's your phone and why are you speaking like that? Your accent changed again. Are you okay?
Oh, je suis désolée. I am just so excited about this successful purchase.
You're a very strange person, John.
I know, I'm sorry, but I appreciate you joining me for dinner tonight. It appears. Is that yours? Is that your fish? And I pocket the phone while she's looking down.
Yes, you have a blazer on like before. It's a different suit this time, but you are able to put it into the inside jacket pocket.
Take the jacket.
I ordered the cod. Why? I mean, you were right here, not 30 minutes ago when we first sat down when we made our orders.
I know. You are right. I do not remember this. I must have slipped my mind. I was so consumed by the purchase.
Can you have a seat and join me?
Yes, absolutely. And I immediately sit down and unbutton one of my buttons. And
Sure.
Straighten up
You
a little bit,
separate
scooch in.
you scooch in. Sure. You're a very strange person, but I like the accent.
Oh, no, merci. I appreciate it. I like that you look so beautiful. I love your dress. I love your hair. Who did your hair?
I do my own hair. Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. I have somebody must introduce you later. Her name is Miss Madame Wardrobe, and she does my hair occasionally at home.
I see. Okay, well.
She would love to work on you. Maybe she can design a dress for you and put it on in a minute. It would just a flourish of ribbons and colors, and poof, you have the dress right on you, and the hair is all done in this magnifique.
Great. I would love to do that. That sounds nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
and she starts to relax and be a little bit more comfortable, and she's starting to take a bite of her fish. May I see your sheet again to see where you're driving with this? Because I've forgotten at this point.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. I apologize for whiffing down my food so quickly. I was so hungry. Do you know if this is a smoking facility? It could pair so well with this wine. This red wine goes so well with a cigarette. Now, I hope you do not find offense. I will excuse myself if you do find offense.
She sort of leans back. I don't normally smoke, but I have a cheap pack in my bag here. Actually, we could pop out in front. I know that this is not a smoking restaurant. Like all restaurants are not a smoking restaurant now. But yeah, that'd be.
I won't tell anybody. You just say that you're coming with me, Monsieur, and I politely wave down the nearest waiter.
Yes, sir. How are you enjoying your meal?
Oh, it was delicious, and Madame here, she seems to be enjoying the fish, if I'm not mistaken. Do you have a match or a lighter that I may borrow?
There's a bowl of the restaurant brand matches at the front of where people wait to be seated.
Excellent. If you do not mind, and I pull out my credit card that I just out of my wallet. Do I find my wallet?
Yeah, you reach down and you do find a wallet there, as you safely assumed. You open the wallet, and there does appear to be a credit card in there.
For insurance, Madame here is going to use the ladies' room. I would like to step out for a quick smoke. I have my credit card here for insurance. I assure you we will be back for dinner. I just want to step out for it. The steak was so good with the wine, but I'm quite. My lips are getting dry.
That is fine. You can keep your credit card for insurance. It's not a problem. We trust you.
Merci, monsieur. I appreciate your honesty. Madame, I will escort you, and
Janine gets up and tries and will join you for the cigarette, so that you guys both start to walk out, and you find yourself at the front. It's a cool night. Right. The fresh air hits you as soon as you open the door. The smells of the restaurant and the food behind you missing, but you it's sort of piney, like almost October, a late October brisk smell in the air.
Looking at her, do I see Like any jewelry on her with the blue satin dress and the hair?
I would say that she's wearing some very fancy earrings that sort of dangle down in 3 like silvery strips, and then she's got rings on her fingers, but nothing on her neck.
Okay. I will grab the lighters or the match from the front desk.
You pick one up cleanly.
And I will have her hook her hand around my arm, and I will escort her outside, and we will have a smoke, and that will suffice for my tour on
She hands you a cigarette, and you successfully light a cigarette.
All right. And that fulfills one of my obsessions.
That's exactly right. Bid for control.
Bid for control.
Actually, can I see that really quickly? Okay, that is correct. I was trying to remember if it was have someone light your cigarette.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh. I was like on the show.
3, 2, 1. Reveal.
3. We both got
Okay,
3?
you both tie. You're pot committed. He's out of the bidding, but you guys have to make an additional auction. 0 to max, however many you want to bid, on top of the 3 that you've now committed.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
All
Nothing.
right.
All right. You win with the 4 bean commit. You get your 3 beans back. You are staring at a beautiful young lady in the cool fall air outside of what appears to be some kind of a restaurant. There's a really classy script writing that says Clyde's in sort of a gold font on the front. You see.
Fucking Clyde.
What's wrong with Clyde?
Well, I love
No,
Clyde.
I love Clyde.
I love
Delicious.
Clyde. It was my,
Go to
my
Clyde.
spot. I've heard it for years. It's my spot. Tower Oaks.
Just fucking Clyde.
It's great.
And a young woman, a blonde hair, blue dress, is standing across from you and has just lit her cigarette, and you have a lit cigarette in addition.
Like, oh my god, John, are you smoking? What is this shit, John? Like, seriously, fucking put it out, dude.
John immediately, oh yeah, no, I don't even smoke. This is crazy. He flicks it into the night and it spirals off, the ember landing in the middle of the parking lot and glowing to a darkness.
John, who's this? What's her name? She's super cute, dude. Like,
It's-
way above your league.
This is Janine, comes out of the mouth of John, and Janine. John, you sound like your old self again. What happened to the accent? I liked the accent.
I'm gonna take control of John. Like, oh my god, Janine, you are so pretty. Like, you shouldn't smoke, dude. Like, for real. Like, you totally shouldn't smoke. Like, reasons, okay, like, for 1, cancer, awful. And then, like, 2, the second, like, you're so pretty, right? It doesn't look good. And then, like, 3, you smell fabulous. Like, I don't know what that scent is that you're wearing, but, like, do you really want to burn it with the cigarette smoke? Gross, dude, gross.
The look of shock and horror on her face cannot be fully articulated at this time. She drops her cigarette and she's like, John, you are insane. Do you know that? You're insane?
Oh my god, Janine, you literally just got some of that ash on my pants. Like, I can't wear these anymore, Janine. Like, seriously, your dress is fucking cute. Where'd you get it? Can you show me?
If
I
you're
would
not
like to get one.
interested, I'm just gonna go.
What do you mean not interested? I told you you're cute. I told you you're pretty. I told you you smell good. Like, I pretty much checked out the list, dude.
You're too weird for me, John. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go back and get my purse and I'm gonna leave. And I'm gonna cancel that water filtration system, okay?
John?
It's your kid's funeral.
What water filtration system is she talking about, John?
The one you just... And she turns and she goes through the revolving doors that
Wait,
all
Janine,
Clyde's feature.
Janine, sweetheart, like, seriously, please just wait 1 second, okay? Like, I'm
Make
so...
a persuasion.
3.
So, was that with a skill?
Why would it... I don't think I have a... No.
You fail at
Yeah.
the ability to... she goes through the revolving doors, disappearing. I'm trying to... Just one moment.
Man, these personalities are great.
I'm trying to remember if...
What's the failure of this mission?
No, it's more because you lost a challenge. Then technically a new bid for control should happen, but I think it's just with the skill challenges, which is what I was trying to clarify. Let's just play forward that any failed skill for now will mean a rebid, which means that you having failed at persuading Janine to stay with you means that we're bidding again for the next purpose of who is going to assert control over John.
I'm ready.
Easier, you guys, because that's easier.
3, 2, 1. Zippity doo dah. All right. You are standing alone in a parking lot in front of a Clyde's.
Oh my god, John, you're like totally welcome. She was a snooze fest.
I look around. I see that there's no cigarette in my hand. I look at the ground. Do I see the cigarette?
It had been flicked, but right at your feet there is a lit cigarette, the one that Janine dropped.
I
You
pick it
wouldn't
up
know that.
immediately and I continue smoking it.
Okay, you are smoking a cigarette now.
I ask John, what happens? Why did I drop my cigarette? Why is Janine?
Well, my date was ruined because apparently I just keep changing personalities all the time, and it's very confusing and alarming for a first date for such a beautiful woman in the middle of the night.
But what happened? Why did she go inside? Why did she go inside? Why did she drop her cigarette? We were having such a good time.
I know. I thought we were having a good time too. She just left. I started to tell her that she was beautiful and that she was so nice. I don't understand it either. It's crazy.
Did she go inside, Jen?
She went to get her purse. I think she's leaving.
I will take one long last puff on my cigarette, and then I will put it on the ground, and I will go inside and look for her.
Okay. It doesn't take very long. In fact, the longness of your cigarette and the rushing that Janine is going through, you don't actually even make it back inside the restaurant. As soon as you turn, after snubbing out that cigarette with your the heel of your foot, let's say, you turn around and the door is swinging open, and you see that Janine is walking, sees you, and starts to walk around you towards whatever vehicle she has in this parking lot.
Janine, I am so sorry for what happened.
Not now. I don't even want to talk to you. Oh, the accent's back. I don't like it. You're too insane.
I must admit, I think I have a problem. It seems to be undiagnosed. I've only just discovered it tonight. If you would just spend a little bit more time with me, I'm not asking for much, but if you want to go home, you can go home. I just had such a great time lighting a cigarette with you outside here. I wanted to get to know you more, but
I just need to think about things. It's too crazy. Like I had a weird night. All right, it's just weird. You're just too weird for me. Okay, I'm sorry. Get some help. And then she turns around and she starts to walk towards her car, leaving you.
do you mind giving me a ride home?
You drove here. You hear her yell out in the parking lot.
Okay. Yes, I did. I'll call you.
Real smooth.
You just hear
Real smooth Frenchie.
You just hear a door slam. Her car starts up.
John, what happened, John? You fucked this up for me so much.
I didn't do anything. I don't know why I'm like this.
Alright. I look down and I see. Do I see the burnt pants, the ash on my pants?
You see that there's a small gray smudge, like maybe like a single flake of the cigarette ash hit and rubbed across it. It's not like it's almost. You could probably get rid of it by just doing this with
You
yours.
would imagine that former personality was just over dramatizing the situation.
So I turn around and I go to the front desk and I say, excusez-moi, I appear to have burnt my pants a little bit. Do you have a cabinet of some kind that has something that I may be able to address this with, something I could wash this off, some cleaning supplies?
Absolutely. Certainly. If you'll join me at the bar, I know we have some cleaning supplies back there. We'd be able to get you like a rag or something to do up. Sure.
In fact, do you have a feather duster?
Oh, yeah. I think we have one.
These
There's
are
a supply
very-
closet in the back. Do you want me to go check?
Oh, that would be excellent. That would be perfect. I look down at my hands. Do I see any jewelry on myself?
No, your hands are ringless, ring-free.
Okay. Perfect. If you do mind getting me to your lecture bar rights and take it into the men's room.
Right
These
away.
are very
He waves
expensive
over a
pens.
waiter and explains the situation. The waiter darts out into the back and, do you want to do this here? Do you want to come back?
I was hoping to use your facilities. If you do not mind, I will return the feather duster to you shortly.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. The person sort of waves, and you can see that yes, indeed, they had a feather duster. He points to the restroom and makes eye contact, and eventually orchestrates the two of you meeting in the hallway, just going into the men's restroom. You find yourself there. He hands you the feather duster. You could probably just use some water and a rag for that, but here you go.
They are very expensive. I paid so much money for these. I do not even dare want to touch them. I don't even put them on myself. In fact, I have someone else assist with it because they wear gloves. I cannot.
Someone else helped you with your pants on?
Secretly, the old Navy tag is hanging out.
With a confused expression, they hand you the feather duster. I'll be over here if you need anything.
Is this a woman or a man that is speaking to me?
This is a male waiter, it looks like. A young man, probably works part-time, maybe 18 or 19.
Okay.
Has a darker complexion.
Excellent, merci. And I go into the bathroom and immediately start looking to see if there's anything on the counter, like people left their rings or anything like that on the counter.
No one has left their rings on the counter, I can tell you. But there are people who have, like you can see that some people are washing their hands, finishing up. One person is underneath one of the air blow dryers. He's got a ring on his ring finger, clearly married.
I rest the feather duster after whispering it, sweet words, onto the nearest countertop, probably facing the mirror somewhere so that it's ever so gentle, and I just kind of brace my hand down and caressingly, lovingly. And I turn and say, gentlemen, if you do not mind.
They all turn to you. Excuse me?
I must inspect your rings. I am afraid that mine is going missing. I just want to make sure that none of you might have misplaced mine.
The two gentlemen who both have rings on their fingers walk up to you and you mean, like, you think that we stole your rings?
Baby, my girlfriend has run out. I was going to propose to her, and I left my ring in here.
Oh, well, these are our rings. This is your ring, right? Yeah, absolutely. Did it maybe fall down? Do you need us to help search for it? Do you need it's probably something that the restaurant should investigate if you think it's been stolen.
I think it has. I've already noted the people out of front, they are looking for it as well, but do you mind if I take a closer look?
Make a persuasion check, because I can't get away from Dungeons & Dragons language.
A 6.
A 6. Well, here you go.
I take it from them, I take a look, I turn around very slowly, I get on one knee, and I say, my darling, will you marry me? And I propose to the feather duster.
You successfully get down on one knee and propose to the feather duster. The inanimate object is inanimate and continues to be a feather duster on the surface of this bathroom tile. Everyone else is staring at you. You can check off your assessment. Rebid.
I knew. I was like, God, this is Beauty and the Beast.
3, 2, 1, go. Nada, uno. All right. You are on one knee, staring up at a feather duster, which is leaning against the mirror of a bathroom, yeah. You're in the men's bathroom.
Like, oh my God, John. There are so many dicks in this room. Like, seriously, why are you doing this?
I have a dick.
Shit. Then I have a dick.
We have a
Fuck
dick.
John.
I have a really big one.
God. Alright, whatever. John.
Yeah.
Taking over. Alright,
Okay.
John?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna get you out of the situation.
It's worked
John.
out for me in the past.
Ridiculous. Like, oh my God, guys. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know what this is. I seriously don't know what this is, John. I mean, guys. In the John. Like, seriously. I am gonna be proposing to someone, and like I just felt the need to practice. Like, I think that's why I'm doing this.
As you're finishing this up, you feel a hand grab you by the scruff and push you up against the air. Give me my ring back, bro.
Yeah, like totally take it. Like I don't want it or anything.
Jesus, what the
Are
fuck
you
is
married?
wrong with you? Yes.
You look like a guy that would be married to a girl that has like the best fashion sense.
What in the hell is wrong with you?
Like
And
I'm just saying, dude.
he about faces and walks out of the restroom.
Whatever. Do any of you guys here have girlfriends with really good fashion sense? Like, obviously I'm a dude that's confused and, like, just want some guy to give him some guidance on chicks.
You do a persuasion.
5.
5. Hesitantly and stutteringly, one person who had just exited the stall and hadn't been part of this for very long, are you okay? I mean, I think my girlfriend, you can see her, she's right out there. She has great fashion sense. But you just proposed to a feather duster. Do you need advice? Do you need help? Do you need me to call someone?
Look, dude, like, have you ever been, like, super, super nervous about something? Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Like, I'm planning for something that'll be really, really cool. I gotta get a lot of people into it. And, like, surprise for my girlfriend to let her know how much I love her. Like, I may or may not propose to her at the end of it. Like, I'm not really sure, but I'm super scared, right? Like, so have you ever made a mistake when you're super scared? Like, for real?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, like, one of the things I want to show her, like, she loves RuPaul's Drag Race, right? Like, best thing ever. So, like, I want to dress up, like, super cute and do this thing to show. So, if your girlfriend has good fashion sense, do you think she could take me to, like, a shop and show me how to dress up, like, super cute?
I mean, what's your
I'm
name?
going to rummage around in my pocket for a wallet to see if there's any cash in there.
Yeah, you find a wallet, and you see that there is a credit card. You see that there is a driver's license. You see that there is a fortune cookie, paper inside.
What does it say?
It says, insert wisdom here. Okay. And then you have on the inside of the actual envelope, there's a couple 20s. And that's where the fortune cookie wrapper was. You also find a family portrait, what appears to be you, a wife, and 2 children.
I'm gonna keep that hidden. And look, like, I know it's super weird. Like I said, I'm really freaked out. But, like, I have to get this done. I'm totally on, like, a time crunch. Like, I'm talking, like, I have to figure this out by tonight, which means, like, I have to get a super cute dress, and then I have to get to, like, a train station or something by, like, tonight.
Is this
You know
part
what
of
I'm
your
saying?
proposal plan?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know what...
So, like, I'll give you, like, $20. Like, each. One for you and, like, one for your super hot, like, girlfriend. If you'll take me to a shop and, like, help me buy some super cute clothes.
Let me go ask my girlfriend.
Sweet. Like, I'll just stand outside the bathroom because, like, this feather duster's freaking me out. I realize, like, I'm panicking. Like,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay, no, you stay here. No, I'll be right back.
Perfect. Thanks, dude.
Vanishes. A few minutes go by. What are you doing?
I'm watching them. Like, kind of, like, trying to be cool. Like, slinking up. I'm like, you got this, John? Like, look at this, John. Like, we're gonna get shit done, dude. We're gonna get shit done.
A couple other customers come in, use the urinal, wash their hands, leave. Some don't wash their hands, leave.
I mock them silently to John in his head.
Not the person that you spoke to doesn't seem to be coming back, and it's starting to get like 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes have gone by.
I didn't give him the money, though.
No.
Well, I guess we didn't lose any money, John. Like, fuck it. Let's just go find a place ourselves, and then I'm gonna.
Yeah. All right.
And we're gonna go look for. We're gonna go look for a cute boutique.
You turn and you start to consulting with John. You realize that you're in sort of a commercial district of sorts. There is a metro there, and there is it's Tyson's Corners. That's where we are.
So I want to use my great sense of direction to find the nearest White House black market.
Without issue, consulting John, you know that it is 3 blocks in that direction.
So we're gonna head that way, and I'm gonna be dancing using my.
I suppose technically you
dance
should be able to
master
fail. You can't just auto succeed a skill use.
I would have gotten a 2, so I would have failed.
Okay, so you start to walk off, and then blank. Because everything goes blank. Rebit.
Are you in a store?
No, we're just walking down the street.
Walking down the street.
Okay.
Just left the restaurant. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't want to do that. I want to bet nothing, but I had all of them in my hand.
That would have been amazing.
we
all right.
almost turned them all over.
You
It was
and
stuck.
no, you won it. All right. You find yourself about a block and a half away from the restaurant. Just having walked, apparently, you're just out in the cool night air.
What direction am I heading in?
You appear to be heading towards sort of a commercial area that's brighter in front of you than it is behind you. There are street lamps shining down in regular intervals. There are cars driving back and forth, and you can see a suspended bridge where a metro train rolls by.
Do I see stores up ahead, like in that commercial?
It does appear there do appear to be the start of a large string of storefronts in about 2 blocks, but right now you're walking mostly past a car dealership.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Whew, thank you. Do I still have my wallet on me?
You check, and sure enough, you do find your wallet.
I wave down a cab.
Okay. You are on the left side of the street, so the cars are driving towards away from the center of commerce. But after a minute or two, sure enough, there's a taxi there. They stop and invite you to come in with a gesture.
Merci, monsieur. Do you mind taking me to Tyson's Corner?
Yeah, absolutely. He starts the meter and. He doesn't have a hat on. Fuck that. And he turns.
He does this when there's no hat
He
there.
pulls over through the traffic, gets to a stoplight, and makes a U-turn. And you find yourself driving right into a sort of Tyson Central.
Does it feel like more than a 10-minute drive?
You consult with John, and where are you trying to go?
Just like the closest entrance to like the center of the. Like a mall entrance where he can drop me off.
I would say that it takes. You're close enough that it would take less than 10 minutes for you to get there. So I would say that you arrive after starting and stopping at a few stops, and you get out of the cab. He taps the meter and says, "Can you? It'll be $12.56.
I either give him cash or swipe my card.
Your choice."
I will swipe my card and I will tip in 15% and I will sign and exit the vehicle.
Okay, you do all of those actions and then you turn around and you start to make your way and you are now facing the mall.
Okay. I would like to walk into the mall.
Mm-hmm.
John, where is the nearest Bed Bath & Beyond, Bath & Body Works?
You pass through the first set of doors, and of course there's that like secondary set of stores for some reason why do malls do that, and then you pass through those. You start to go around kiosks. People are trying to sell their head massagers or whatever bullshit they've got going on. Very quickly there's a map right at the third pillar, and you can consult it. John does not know where a Bath and Body Works is.
I will consult it.
Okay, you find it in alphabetical order, and it appears to be just around the corner, actually, past the Auntie Anne's pretzel shop.
Yeah. I walk by the pretzel shop. I give
It smells delicious. Every time, it smells so good.
Auntie Anne, and I give her a wink, and I keep walking.
They just sort of watch you.
Some chick named Jessica just
She's
got
holding
her
two ends of a roll, and it's only done like half the twist. She was just about to finish a full pretzel. It's just drooping down as you walk by. You do see a Bed and Bath. Wow, that's hard to do. Body Works there.
Body Works, yeah.
You can smell
Bed,
the
Bath,
fragrance
and Body
coming.
Works.
Yep.
I take a moment. So good. And I lean over and I grab a basket and I try to get like eye contact with one of the people that work the store as I'm making my way towards the campus.
It doesn't take very long. In fact, sometimes some people would say annoyingly so. A very aggressive salesperson comes up and says, are you looking for anything specific today?
Yes, actually, why don't you tell me about your specials for your candles? Do you have a buy one get one or buy two get one free sale?
I'm so glad you're interested in the candles. She invites you over, and there's a wooden table, a long wooden table with stacks and stacks of them. There's short and round ones. There are the very tall, thin ones. All of them are scented candles. So the tall, thin ones are less common, but primarily they're these large candles of different. You can see that there's like a green apple. There's a rosemary. There's a just straight up rose. An eclectic variation of smells and scents.
As she's explaining this to me, I pick up a couple of the more seasonal ones, and I just kind of bring them close. And I
the
smell
pumpkin
them.
spice. That's very popular, sure.
This is so good. It's in season. It only happens around this time of year. This is amazing.
We actually have them in the back year round, but we like to put them out during like the fall when everyone's sort of into that sort of thing. It goes really, really well with this fireplace one. She pulls out like a brown one for you.
Oh, thank you. Do you know actually how candles are made?
I not very much. I mean, I just sell them.
Would you like to know?
This one's $29.99.
I'd be happy to pay it.
Great. Yeah. The register is right over here. Do you need anything else today?
Only if you would charm me for a discussion on how I can educate you on candle making. Perhaps you could sell more to your customers, knowing this quiet knowledge.
Sure. She looks around. It's a relatively empty night, and
Yeah.
she's all ears.
I explain to her how candles are made, as is one of my skills, that I'm very well equipped on making candles.
You do that.
Great. Do you want to see something funny?
What's that?
Guess what I am.
What?
And I'm going to balance one of the candles on my head and have two others in one of my left and right hand. Before I put the other one in, I say...
Two candles? Candle sticks? Candle...
Good! I am a candlestick.
Sure you are.
So I do not convince her that I'm a candlestick.
Attempt to make a persuasion, I guess. Are you using a skill for this purpose, or...?
I wasn't allowed to use persuasion.
Oh, right. I'd forgotten that I took that away. So the answer is when you want to convince someone that you're a candlestick, do you mean literally a candlestick, or would you say that that is sufficient for the purposes of this obsession?
That's what I was going for.
I see.
But,
okay, thank
yeah.
you for clarifying.
Yeah.
Then yes, absolutely. Why not? You complete an
All
obsession.
right. 2, 3.
Fucking weirdo.
And I will juggle them down, and I will go to the cash register.
You
and
black out
purchase them.
immediately as soon as she
Oh,
says,
okay, never
"Oh,
mind,
you're a candlestick." Everything's dark, and you exert your willpower fighting to reassert yourself against 3 other Johns as you rebid for what's happening. Ah. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Not a uno dos. All right, you find yourself. You are in a body works.
I respected my
you have 2 candles in each hand, and you can feel the weight of something else on your head. And you're staring at a very confused saleswoman.
How old is she?
I'd say she's in her mid-50s. She probably was hoping not to work this job.
I
at
want
her
to
age.
use my skill as a dance master and do some kind of cool dance, like flipping the candles, catching them and hand them to her.
Okay, you immediately let one fall onto its side, and using the contours of the cylindrical shape of the candle, let
Very
it roll
like Jared
down,
from the
down
Labyrinth.
your arm, and you kip it up, and it goes over your head, and knocks the next one. Suddenly you have 3, and you're juggling them and turning, and eventually it turns into a very surprisingly well done. Are you going to need to do a skill check?
Yeah, I'm imagining, yeah.
All right.
Oh
And you black out. Rebid. Three, 2, 1. Oh, no one wants in the body works. All right, you find yourself in the middle of some sort of candle store. The scents and fragrance immediately hit your nostrils, and all of a sudden, tumbling at your feet, 3 candles fall and drop down and land. You see not an elderly woman, but a middle-aged woman reach down and pick them up. I'll get those for you, sir. Is everything okay?
Do I look like I want to buy any fucking candles? Do I look like a Frenchman? I ain't no quitter. I turn around and I leave immediately.
Sir! And then...
They're not French fries, they're freedom fries, goddammit! Sir! I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna leave.
You walk out and you find yourself in a mall. You're on the 2nd floor of a mall. You can see over the railing down into what appears to be like a food court area. There's large banners and signs hanging in all directions. Everything's very autumnal in the way that it looks. So there's wrapped orange and brown leaves around one column.
I check
over
my
here.
person for a pistol or any other firearm.
You don't appear to have a gun, but you do reach in one pocket and you find that you have a small pocket knife.
Okay, that's all I need.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, John.
Yeah?
John, you can be I'm more bouncing off these brilliant ideas. Do you know where the Illuminati finds its headquarters?
No.
I'm gonna call
John would ever say no, but yeah.
I'm gonna call up my pal, Jeffrey. Hey, Jeffrey!
You pull out your mobile phone and you dial a number, and then you wait for it to ring. When you hear a hello on the other end.
How far am I from the Illuminati headquarters?
Not far.
Tell me exactly where it is.
It's somewhere in the mall.
Well, where in the mall is it?
Roll for information.
Oh!
A 6. It's in the Macy's. They're in the Macy's. If you just go through go up the escalator into the men's blazers section. That's where the Illuminati is.
Globalist scram! I tear off my shirt.
Buttons go snapping, and you have a small pocket knife in one hand. It's closed right now.
I just rip it.
You rip this, and the people who have been passing around you all sort of slow down, stop. One woman who is pushing what was clearly like a baby roller, the carriage type operation, a stroller. Thank you. Immediately makes a 180. I couldn't remember the fucking name stroller. It's not my fault.
I think going forward it should always be known as a carriage type operation.
I'm going to run into the Williams and Sonoma that I pass, if there is a...
There is one in Tyson's for sure.
Yeah, it's right next to the Sharper Image.
Okay, I'm going to go, and I'm gonna...
No, it's next to a Brookstone.
It's next to a Brookstone.
It's totally
I'm gonna run in there shirtless, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna look around to try to find the section of like where there'd be like groceries and like fine quality of like soups and the like.
What store did you run into?
The Williams and Sonoma.
Oh yeah, you're in the
soups and the mixes.
You run over and there's the spices of rack spices. There's like a premium hot cocoa mix blend with little fucking floaty marshmallows.
I look for the bone broth.
You make a investigation check real quick for me.
5.
Success. You are able to, after only a few seconds, find what appears to be a bone broth starter. It's a mason jar. It's got twine wrapped around it that holds its label on, very sort of hipster-esque.
I'll take 6, and I wanna grab 6.
There do appear to be more than 6, but you're able to
6
pull
gallons.
You're able to pull these full jars of bone broth against your naked chest, and hugging them, walk over to the register.
I'm gonna plop it down. Here, take the card.
One of them cracks and spills, rolling off of the counter as you brutally slam that down. You're gonna have to. Well, you are paying for it. Okay, yeah, sure. And then takes the card and rings you up for 6 bone broths.
Okay, I'm gonna just take all of it. I'm gonna run to the Macy's.
Do you want your card back?
Keep the change! 7076 arrives again! And I'm just gonna sprint up.
You run out you run out. You're carrying one broken mason jar that's empty now, essentially, and all against your body as you start sprinting through the mall.
Chest heaving, covered in bone broth.
I'm gonna go up to the blazer section of Macy's and look around for the Illuminati headquarters that I've learned.
You go up there and you are going. You don't even wait for the escalator to take you up slowly. You 2 stairs at a time. You're running up
I'm
there.
Screaming.
And you find.
He's running up the down escalator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. Surely enough, you get to the blazer section, and it's one of these round rails that holds all of the coat hangers like so. They're different shades and colors, and they appear to be mostly categorized by their color, and then within that color by size. So it goes small to large, and then small to large, you go green, there's a nice tan color, there's a black blazer section that's longer than most of the others. There's sort of a plaid kind of look. That's all what confronts you when you reach the Illuminati spot.
So, I'm under the impression that this is like the headquarters of the Illuminati New World Order.
Uh-huh.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scream and in one hand try to drink at least a gallon of bone broth as I'm just destroying all this globalist scum! Makes me mad! And I'm just going to be just knocking over all of the blazers.
You are somehow screaming and chugging at the same time.
It's smearing, yeah.
You're,
It's like, good!
you're pushing your way through the blazers, and they're flying off the actual coat hangers. Some of them from freeing their hooks off of the rails entirely, falling around the side. There's a one of those square rectangular mirror-sided pillars. On the inside of this ring, but I believe that you have completed one of your.
I completed one. That's
is?
drinking a gallon of bone broth.
Rebid for me. Go. All right, 3 to you, Maya. You are on your back, covered in bone broth. The bony flavor of marrow in your mouth, and you are staring up at what appears to be the inlaid lights at the top of what you can only guess is a mall. There are blazers all around you. And your head is almost touching a tall column in the center of this clothing rack that is has mirrors on all 4 sides.
John, what happened? Why am I here? I was just thinking the ship.
Oh no, we got some bone broth, and we were gonna find the Illuminati. They're here.
It sounds like a great book. I'm not familiar with it. Maybe we can read it later. We should probably wash up a little bit. Has anyone seen me?
There do appear to be some store clerks. It was the men's section of Macy's at this hour of the night is looks like they're about to close up. A few people are checking out, and you're getting some looks, but no one's come to approach you just yet.
I quickly grabbed one of the is there a cardigan or what is this?
It's all blazers.
Blazers. Are there?
But there appears to be clothes in every direction.
Okay.
And you get to your feet, I guess.
I get to my feet quickly, and I grab 2 of the nicer looking top and blazer that would fit me, and I quickly try to move away from the crime scene towards the checkout counter.
You reach out, and you find what looks like to be one of the higher quality blazers. Mm-hmm. As you do, one of the mirrored sides of the pillars starts to lift up, and you can see this almost vapory mist emerging from the interior of this pillar, and there appears to be standing there a almost 7 foot tall, bald, totally bald with huge eyes, gray skinned figure with long skeletal arms and insanely long fingers. It looks at you, and you get this message in your mind that were you looking for the Illuminati?
No, I think that was another gentleman that ran out. He left his bone broth. We will be taking our leave. That was not me.
Thank you. And the mirror comes down.
Thank you.
And closes. A little puff of the green mist escapes as it comes to a complete close, and the illusion is restored.
John, we have to get out. So I grab the blazer,
absolutely.
top, and I grab. Is there a jewelry section? Near the checkout counter?
Yeah, there's a men's jewelry. This is the the men's floor. So
okay.
you would find wristwatches and perfumes, colognes, I should say, that sort of thing. That whole section is just on the other side, near the shoes.
Are there any ring pops?
Not in the Macy's. No, I wouldn't say that there are any ring pops or anything like that.
No ring pops in the Macy's.
But I would say that they probably have a small selection of men's rings.
Okay. I want to grab a handful of those, the blazer, the jacket, make my way to the front checkout counter. Je suis désolé. I know you are closing. There has been a terrible accident. One of the customers I guess, brought bone broth and spilled it all over me. Do you mind if I purchase these items and use your facilities to change before I leave?
One woman is helping out another customer, and the woman that you're addressing has been on the phone. So, yes, he's right here. No, just hold on a second. I'm so sorry, sir. What was that? I was on the phone.
I would need to check out so I can purchase these. Somebody spilled bone broth on me.
Certainly,
I would like to purchase these and change, perhaps, before I...
Okay, well, if you'll put the items here, she sets the phone down without actually, hanging it up,
Okay.
and examines the 2 blazers that you've picked out for yourself. This one is okay. Yep. And she scans the tag, scans the next tag. That'll be $495.
I check my wallet for a credit card.
There appears to be $40 and no credit card.
Do you have an ATM?
There is an ATM, yes. It's actually just downstairs. You go back down the escalator that you came from and out through the way. You'll find it on the first floor next to the food court.
Excellent. How much for the rings?
For the rings, it depends on which one you're interested in. There's, I would say the lowest range is probably about $900 to $1,100, and then we have these fancier rings over here.
Excellent. If you would mind holding on to this, I need to go down to the ATM and grab some cash. I'm afraid I do not have the credit card. Must have been misplaced.
I would call that in if I were you. I'll be waiting right here with your blazers. Thank you. And she puts them aside. You turn and you can make your way to the escalator. You're in the top floor of a Macy's.
John, what happened to the credit card?
I left it with the in the candle shop.
Bone broth?
Oh, I left it in the Williams and Sonoma for some reason.
Candle shop.
It seemed really rational at the time.
I dart towards Williams and Sonoma again to find my credit card.
Okay, you hurtle your way down the escalator, finding your way back to the Williams and Sonoma. They've just finished cleaning up what appears to be a large spill of bone broth, and they turn, seeing you, a shirtless man running into the Williams and Sonoma.
So sorry. I appear to have left my credit card in here. Did you happen to know where it is?
They hand you the credit card.
Thank you. And I see them cleaning up the mess, and I'm like, a good sage would really spice up that bone broth a little bit. It is unfortunate that it spilled all over the floor, but such good smells come out of here. I'm sure you don't need my advice, but so good sage with bone broth.
Thanks. Where did the other bone broth go? You just left with 5 full bottles of bone broth.
I have no idea. I think somebody spilled it upstairs.
You seem really clumsy. I would encourage you to get like a bag or a backpack or something. That's just my 2 cents.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you. And my 2 cents definitely mixing some sage would be wonderful. And I run back upstairs to the checkout counter?
Yeah, easily. You make your way back without issue. Actually, you know what? You're running around shirtless through a mall. At some point, a security guard is going to take notice. That thought occurs to you as you run up back and find your way at the same cashier. She has the 2 blazers there.
Can I pay for them?
You may.
Okay.
You do that.
Do you have facilities, I realize it's after hours, that I may use?
There's a dressing room over there. If you need a restroom, then you'd have to use the public one. That's again on the first floor.
Dressing room is perfect. Since I don't have my lint roller, do you have a feather duster that I may be able to use?
No feather duster. I do have a lint roller.
Perfect! I grabbed that from her. Is it one of the sticky kinds?
yeah.
Okay. So as I'm talking to her, I'm just like very slowly peeling off one of the layers, making eye contact with her, looking around for any sorts of like boas like that I may be able to use.
I wouldn't say there are any boas on the men's floor of the Macy's.
Where is your men's department? Upstairs or downstairs?
You passed right through it when you went. It's the escalator downstairs. Yes.
I was so focused on making sure I got back and paid you. I didn't want to keep you waiting. I know this is already after hours.
Can I also interest you in a shirt?
I thought I bought a shirt. I'm sorry. Yes, shirt.
Oh yeah,
shirt.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's just
rings.
say that was the case. And you also purchased some rings. So the full amount would not have actually been $500. You probably just spent $1,800.
Okay. Does it go through?
It does. It
Okay.
clears.
Excellent. Well, I need to look for a boa for my girlfriend to complete the outfit. I cannot show up looking like this, and I like giving her gifts. Do you have any downstairs in the women's section?
Yeah, absolutely. They'll be able to help you when you get downstairs.
I sprint downstairs, thanking her, to the women's section and look for white boas.
I would say that they have... they do not have white boas, but they do appear to have a variety of those sort of thin, feathery boa style. They happen to be in fashion right now. You can find them over next to sort of like the scarf section. Bright pink seems to be what's in style at this time.
Oh, no, this won't do. I purchase a boa that is bright pink. And I pull one of the ladies aside and I say, excuse me, would you happen to have any bleach?
This is a Macy's. We don't really...
With the cleaning supplies in the back, could I speak to one of your janitors, maybe?
Well, they're mall-wide janitors. If you wanted, I could phone someone to come up.
If you don't mind, that would be awesome.
Has there been some sort of a spill or something?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
She calls and she starts to talk, and very quickly she gets someone from facilities to come up. It'll just be a few minutes.
How long?
I would say it takes longer than 10 minutes, and that we're going to have to rebid.
Okay. I have nothing left.
Oh, no, you're out?
I'm out.
Oh!
I was trying to see how long this would take. That's okay.
Good. All right. You wake up.
I'm carrying a feather boa.
You are carrying a feather boa.
I'm going to wrap it around myself. And I think shirtless with a feather boa could be considered a cute outfit, wouldn't you?
I do have a shirt. I have a shirt and a blazer. But I haven't put it on yet.
Give me a 4, 5, or a 6 on a dice roll.
6!
Yeah, John is surprisingly well built,
I
so
just
I
tried
would
that.
say that
Oh my
100%.
God.
100%.
It's a cute big boa.
Yeah, you immediately, all you have to do is just like that, and you get an obsession, and then we rebid.
There we go. I'm out, so...
No, you immediately win.
All I
but you
had
have
were
to,
the 2.
Yeah,
One,
sure.
okay.
So you're just going to have 4, yeah.
I look around.
Yeah, you're wearing a pink boa. You're now at the bottom floor of the Macy's.
And I rip apart the boa and chuck it on the ground.
Sir!
Where's the... Blazers! I need blazers!
They're upstairs. You're wearing a blazer, though. Or no, you're not wearing a blazer. You just have a
carrying
blazer
one
on you.
and yeah, over your arm. And the rings.
And I just run up and I look around.
You run up and you
Back.
make your way back to the bone broth covered pile of blazers that's right next to that mirrored column there.
Show yourself, globalist scum!
The mirror suddenly separates from the seal that was on the floor and pulls up perfectly in a mechanical way. It seamlessly moves up and out of way, and you can see this sort of expansive staircase that goes up into nothingness, impossibly. Green light shines down, and you see a shadow suddenly start to walk towards you. The same figure that I described emerges at the bottom of the staircase and stares at you, and in your mind you hear a voice. You've been here before.
Is this the New World Order?
This is the New World Order.
I pull up the knife and try to tackle him in and stab him in the throat. With my weapons master, 1776 will rise again.
Alright, you pull out this tiny little pocket watch. This is the kind of thing you could board an airplane with. And you pull it out, it's like, you could, good for opening letters and Amazon stuff, but you hold it like a fucking, that's not a knife, and you run at him, and you, how well do you do?
5.
You could have guaranteed success.
I'm gonna roll the dice!
He rolls the dice and he runs forward, stabbing the creature right in the forehead. Its eyes pop out of its skull, and he immediately collapses into lifeless, fleshless form, sizzling into nothingness. Not an acid, but he just carbonates and foams into leaving nothing but his long, majestic, silvery cape.
Is that taking down the globalist New World?
Let's say that it is.
Oh my god.
You killed the Illuminati leader who lives in the Macy's column. And that's where we're gonna call that.
No, hold on. I just want to spend the rest of my 3 beans drinking gallons
All right.
of bone broth.
I'll let you do that. That's
Okay,
fine.
so...
Woo! I'm gonna assume Mike wins this one,
I think he might.
but I have to tally.
What's your tally?
6.
6?
So 3...
I have 1 point.
Oh
You-
my god.
Flash mobs are really tough.
9
I'm
points.
sorry.
I didn't even, it wasn't even that. I couldn't even work you an outfit if my end handed me the fucking feather boa.
I think it's 9 points.
I hope I didn't. Did I like just go around you? Is that what I did as a game master?
No, you were fine.
Okay. What did you end up?
I had 9 points.
9 points, winner.
Yay! No, I just had shitty rolls. Like, I'm like, oh, I want to do this, and I rolled a 1, and I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
And it was like
Oh,
immediately
man.
into my thing,
This
so.
game is exhausting.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
It's about 10.
Thanks
About
for
10.
watching, everybody.
So,
we're not done necessarily.
oh.
It's 9:50.
I will address something that we see in chat. If Shadzar, you're here. We appreciate your information. I will say, it does seem a little aggressive, my dude. You're easily welcome to message us if we're in the middle of doing something and we can't get back to you. You can definitely message us and we will respond to you. If you want to go ahead and I think you said that you're going to report us for miscategorization, go ahead and do that, my dude.
Yeah.
In the future, we'll definitely listen to it. But, you know, maybe next time you jump in on a stream, try and be a little nicer to the people who are streaming. You know, we're people too.
Yeah.
So aside from that, though, let's continue with what we're doing.
All right. The possibilities are endless. I would propose a final short game,
Of this?
if you're comfortable with it.
Oh, I don't know if I can think of another character.
However,
Oh, I can be shuffled under the entire.
Oh, that would be great.
that's immediately you're going to ignite into flames. My proposed suggestion to change things up a little bit is you are going to write down 2 skills and you're going to write down 3 objectives, but you're going to pass your skills to your right and you're going to pass your objectives to your left.
Oh, fuck.
So you would be writing Nikki's objectives, you would be writing Maya's skills, and so on and so forth. If you're comfortable moving forward in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm cool.
We could also just play it straight.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah. Yep. 2 skills. So we need to rip this. I'm going to rip this
Yeah,
up.
I can also assist with rippage.
Okay, let's see.
If you need any backup paper, let me know.
I'm just using the back of the thing that says D&D table, and then all of the words table that I drew upside down. So whoever gets this will get this.
So skills go to your right, and
Oh, so we're doing it. Okay, sorry.
your-
I wasn't paying
your-
attention.
Whatever your list of objectives
your,
are
your
going to go
possessions
left.
go to your left.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Are we trying to sabotage each other?
No.
Okay.
Pick something that you would pick for yourself.
Okay.
In fact, make a cohesive character if you can.
Okay.
But that person's about to
Oh.
get ripped in half.
I love Lauren.
I know, she's the best.
Yeah, you know, some people are how they are.
Yeah.
We don't. Rich normally sets us up, so we actually.
Yeah,
I
Rich
blame
is
Rich.
normally the person
Rich is
that
the
here
guy.
and
He's
does
the
all
guy
this
that
stuff.
knows all this.
And he's an Arizoni, so
Yeah.
you know I made a mistake. It's not a big deal, at
Yeah.
least in my opinion.
We're
If
still having
you
a
don't
good-
like what we're doing, then just leave. It doesn't hurt you.
No.
But you know, it's good to know for the future. I just wish that you know people could be kind.
You know, it's Twitch.
I want kindness.
Man, I was gonna do something, and then it was really funny, but it wasn't useful. So then I felt like a dick.
Oh my god, I want something really good. So wait, okay, so my categories are going to Maya, and then my skills are going to Mike. Skills right, categories left, or
Skills right, objectives left.
okay, cool.
Shit.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Rich. Because you're not here, we're getting violations now. Jeez. Don't ever go on work trips
first-
ever
First,
again.
don't ever speak to me or my
strike.
son again.
First strike.
They're trying to shut our operation down, but
The globalists.
even
He was
if
definitely
they did, we'd
globalist
still be
scum.
having fun.
He was definitely globalist scum.
This game
Um,
goes off the rails so quickly.
oh
It's
my
just
God.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you want the character to be cohesive, but we're just splitting them up between everybody.
Or whatever. Be creative. Just think of fun stuff. Make them more extreme, I would say. Whatever your objectives are, they can definitely,
Yeah, I apologize.
no, I apologize.
I apologize.
I apologize.
Can we, because this is random, can we do 3 skills? GM?
Hey, that could be a
Yeah.
good incentive.
Yeah, B3 skills.
Okay, you're the best. You're the best.
That's one. I apologize to whoever gets mine.
So yeah, Rich, if you know how to fix it and you want to log in or whatever, and you want to categorize us properly, you can do that. I just don't know how to do it. So.
Yeah, I thought all tabletop was D&D, but I don't know. I don't keep up.
All tabletop is D&D?
It was.
Well, we're playing a tabletop game.
Oh,
I don't know if they changed it. Anyway.
I got a really good one for my first one. I hope that you'll accept it. For my first skill.
Fun.
Well, I guess it's not my skill. It's I'm giving to Mike, but. It's taking all of my self-control not to give him, like, joke shit, like, is the world's best at ASMR.
It's amazing.
That's...
I love ASMR, but I could never do ASMR because I'd get bored. It's like, here's an hour of me crinkling paper into different microphones.
I'm just too loud, so even if I tried it, like, I'd be doing it, and in the background I'd be like, Rich, you need to feed the dog! Rich! And it would never do it properly.
Thanks, Winnie the Druid.
We love you.
I was this close to getting her to come out tonight.
Oh, that would have been amazing. Come hang out with us, please.
Our cat is a little under the weather,
Oh, poor thing.
but
This is going to be really absurd. I apologize.
maybe next time.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm really bad at like super impromptu thinking.
We're taking suggestions for... Oh, thanks, Rich. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I didn't know that was a thing that you had to
Yeah.
do when you streamed on Twitch in the first place. So, it shows what I know. All I can do is make wacky things happen with my mouth in the form of words.
Nice clarification.
It's a carriage type operation.
You know, you forget the word stroller and you have to fucking live it down for the rest of your life. But you fuck one goat! Oh, that's smart. Alright. The problem with a cruise is that if they can't possibly fulfill an objective on a cruise, then they're kind of in trouble.
Are we still doing 3 skills or just 2?
Three
Great.
skills is great. They're yelling suggestions at you now. For,
Oh.
Interesting. Anything is possible. Caribbean.
Okay, I've got to move on from my skills. I'm stuck on the third one.
You guys are so nice to each other.
I asked if we were trying to, like, thwart each other.
Yeah, but
I said no.
Thwarting is different than picking something radical and extreme.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I am very comfortable with all of them.
Okay. Thank you.
But you may have to rewrite them, depending on the legibility reading factors.
Sure. Well, yeah, you can clarify.
Yeah, you guys will go into this game knowing a little bit more about each other. So clarify those details. If you have to ask questions about how exactly the objective or the skill is intended to work, then I will let you discuss that ahead of time, and then we can bid and start.
This is so hard. It's so much easier when you're thinking of them for you.
So,
Ground control to Major
remember,
John.
if you're just tuning in, and you'll be around on Wednesday, we'll be doing Tactical Waifu. It'll be a one-shot with our usual Prime crew minus Rich. A group of 3 waifus saving their senpai and the world, potentially. Who knows? That'll be a fun,
Love it.
type little
Those are
figure.
the skills.
And then Anime USA in DC if you're in the
These
anime
are
cons.
skills. Got it.
Yeah.
I'm giving a panel on Dungeons & Dragons.
So I'm passing skills to Nikki, right? And I'm passing obsessions to...
Sure.
Skills to Maya.
I'm not done with my things
yeah,
yet.
yeah,
I mean,
we're not
it doesn't
passing
matter
yet.
if you
We're
want
not
to pass,
Shit,
but
shit.
I'm going to use the bathroom really quick. I will have to go out the other way, sorry.
That's
Can you
fine.
go this way?
Yeah, I can fit.
Good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You've lost your mind, Winnie. I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening. I was out for 30 seconds. I glance up, and now you're losing your mind. Give the kitten some scritches for me, though.
let me know
They've
if
earned
this works. Somebody gave me the idea in chat.
That's fantastic.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, then. So this goes to so the things go to your left, and then the skills go to your right.
Yeah.
So skills go to Mike, as he's on my right, technically.
Oh, are we swapping now?
Yeah. Or I swapped.
Skills to your right.
Skills to your right. Pieces to your left.
I apologize.
It's alright. I apologize to both you and mine as well. Skills to the right, tears to your left.
Alright. I will give you the opportunity to digest this information and think about how you are going to try to attempt what you're doing.
I've got
apologize.
2 skills. I've got 2 skills, I think. Unless, did you flip it?
I apologize.
Yeah, this is the side of these
Okay.
ones.
I apologize.
They're digesting their ridiculous skills and or
You're the stupidest person I've ever met in my whole life.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Is it? Yeah, that's the right side.
This is perfect. These 2 people are now one person. Are we just gonna read them for the sake of letting? That makes sense.
There's gonna be an element of surprise. I think that's important.
The skills absolutely fucking weird.
Take a moment to think about how you're gonna do what you need to do. and we'll get started in another 10, 15 seconds.
I'm just going as Gus Langtree again.
I apologize. Oh my god, guys. What have
late to apologize.
What have we gotten ourselves into? Jesus fucking Christ.
Too late. Okay. Get ready to bid for control. Pick your beans.
So dumb,
Okay.
guys.
That's
I
one.
finished.
Mikey, how do you come up with this shit? This is so good.
Have you met me?
This
Yeah,
is really
this is
great.
just so good.
This is really great. I don't even know, man.
I don't even remember honestly what I put except for the last one. It just shits out of my brain and then it's gone.
You.
And it just the skills that I come from Maya are in no way gonna help me at all.
Oh, I didn't even realize
I
Maya
had a
was
feeling
the
they
best
would.
one.
I wanted to die Cortana 91. I wanted to do homebrew layer. Tonight we're playing this straight, and all of us are playing this for the first time.
Yeah.
The next time I play this, I need to solve the biggest problem with this, which is the backseat everyone takes when they're not John.
Yeah.
You sitting there for 10 minutes as watching other people roleplay can be funny to watch, but it's puts a lot of pressure on Spotlight, especially on the Game Master, and also on the person who's playing as John. Next time we play this, if you guys enjoy it, I would propose that you guys would also play the NPCs that John confronts as
That's
things
great.
happen, and we could figure out a system for how that would work
Like
without
the
letting you
NPC
sabotage.
would roll
Yeah.
to see if it's sincere
But
or fails.
I didn't know enough about how this game was played to do that for the first time. So here we are. 3, 2, go. Oh, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Oh man, this is the first time Mikey hasn't been first.
Oh wow.
You gotta start off the session
Yeah,
strong.
yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right.
Oh, fucking scum.
You wake up and you're looking through John's eyes, and you are staring up at what appears to be sort of wood. Looking to your right and to your left, you have decided that you are sort of in like a pier type area. There are these long wooden columns that are holding up what appears to be like more of a boardwalk, but you're underneath. You're lying down on top of what appears to be dirty and flat cardboard. That's what
You did the homeless
You did the homeless guy. Holy shit.
Well, shit, John. You got yourself in quite the pickle, didn't you?
Yeah, I keep doing things that I don't understand. I mean, look at these scars. And he holds up his hands. He's got what appear to be once were bite marks on his hands.
Oh my god.
I used to have a family.
It's the same John from Session.
I've lost everything.
This is too meta.
I spent all my money on bone broth.
Yeah.
My wife left me when she found out I was buying rings,
Taking women on dates.
going on dates with women named Janine.
Finding the Illuminati.
I haven't seen my kids for months.
Well, John, that sounds like a really shitty thing to do, but
yeah.
you know what I think the only thing that can fix that would be? One of two things, John.
What's that?
A Guitar Center or Guy Fieri.
Yeah. That's exactly right. 100%. Oh, man, I'm so glad you're back.
So, John,
Yeah?
now I'm excellent at navigating at sea. We're technically right on the sea. So I'm thinking if we navigate along the coastline here, we can either come to a Guy Fieri or a Guitar Center.
Yeah, well, let's go.
All right, I'm going to navigate us to one of those places. But personally, yeah, that's what we're going to do.
All right. You pick a direction to walk up this what appears to be like a beachy area that's been man-made. When you get up and over to the boardwalk level, you see that there's actually a number of storefronts here. There's what appears to be like a fry shop. It's like this is the beach, and you can see boats in the distance. You can smell the smell of fries. You can see seagulls circling in all directions. There's a lot of pedestrians. It is a very sunny day. It's hot out. But you only feel the heat on your back. You are wearing pants, tan cargo pants.
Now, John,
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you don't have any cash on you. Because you're like homeless now and shit.
I have what I was able to handle, to panhandle yesterday.
Fabulous, John. Do you think that we can purchase one of these, their weird old rent-a-bikes for the beach where you bike ride wherever you want? You just put some coins and you get a bike for the day.
You reach into one pocket and your scarred hand displays what appears to be $34. There's a number. There's like a 10, a 5, some number of ones, and quite a bit of change. A lot of quarters, dimes, pennies, that sort of thing.
So yeah, I wanna rent a bike and try and get to a Guitar Center.
I don't know how those mechanisms work well enough to
So
describe it
I
very
just
well.
have
So you walk up
excellent
and
navigation by sea, so I don't know. Being on the boardwalk and him being homeless, he'd kind of know where the nearest Guitar Center
I don't
would
think
be.
we would need to trigger a roll, but he doesn't know if there's a guitar center in the area. There are a lot of people walking up and down the boardwalk. You do go to the
I got
rent-a-bike.
this, John.
Yeah?
Excuse me, ma'am. And I just want to yell at the nearest man that I can find.
A red-headed woman, very dark red-headed woman who is probably hoping that everyone thinks she's in her 30s, but is really in her 40s. Turns and looks at you with a surprised expression. Yes?
Hello, ma'am. You're what, 22, 23? So I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but I'm looking for a Guitar Center. Do you have any idea where one of those would be? I'm not sure if kids your age play guitar anymore.
I unfortunately do not know where there's a guitar center, but I do know that there is a music shop. It's just down the way.
I'm gonna give it a try. Let's go, John. I'm gonna say that louder.
He responds, "Great, let's go." After you say, "Let's go, John," and then she turns around. You're welcome. You hear.
Thanks, pretty lady. And then I'm just gonna keep on walking.
Yeah, she was blushing a little bit, and you dirtily, because you're homeless now, make your way up the board, up the beach, and sure enough, 10, 12 shops down, you do. Next to the surfboard shop, you do spy a place where they sell small and large instruments.
Excuse me, Mr. Guitar shop owner, salesman, sir.
There's a person sitting out on a stool. The shop is empty, and this owner looks kind of like a very old, shirtless Keith Richards, turns to you with his gray hair and says, yeah, how can I help you?
Now, I'm not sure if shirtless Keith Richards know anything about Guitar Center, and I don't want to put your shop down or anything, but I'm looking specifically for a Guitar Center, because I hear that's where Guy Fieri spends most of his time.
You don't need a Guitar Center. We've got all the possible instruments you could ever need right here. What can I help you with? What are you looking for?
No, it's not instruments that I need. As you can tell, I'm homeless, so I'm looking for a place to piss in the corner. Now, you look like a reputable place, so I'm hoping you can show me to the nearest Guitar Center so I can piss in the corner. I can piss in the shorter corner of your establishment, or I can do a Guitar Center. You tell me which.
There is a Guitar Center. It is one of our biggest competitors.
And I want to piss on its floor. More people come here if it smells like urine from a homeless man.
Is exactly right. You can find it if you go away from the beach. You can find it 4 blocks up in that direction.
Fabulous. Are there any more of those bike thingamajigs outside that can get me there quick? Within 10 minutes? My bladder is very full.
Did you ride a bike? Or did you walk up the beach?
Well, I mentioned getting one, but I wasn't sure, the time difference. So I'm just basically trying to do it as quick as possible. So if you want me to have done it beforehand,
if you got a bike, then you still have your bike.
Okay, perfect.
Then you still have your bike. You hop on your bike.
I've rented it for a day.
You hop on your bike. You're biking uphill. It takes you not very long to spy on the corner, across from a cafe, Guitar Center. Sure
Fabulous.
enough.
So I'm gonna go in. I got this, John. I'm gonna get you some money.
Great.
Gonna go in, I'm gonna try one of their tester guitars, I'm gonna open the case so that people can put donations over there if they want.
You walk through the metal detectors and John says out loud, "Are we really gonna pee in the corner?" And then you continue
I say out loud, "No we're not, John, no we're not." And I'm gonna open one of the guitar cases so people can throw in money if they want to. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pull out a guitar and I'm gonna start playing a full rendition of Freebird at the Guitar Center. And when I get to the very end, I'm going to start making weird things happen with my mouth as if I am singing the guitar licks.
Okay.
In an attempt to...
What skill are you using?
None.
If it's just
It's
straight
just
John,
John.
then I need
It's
a 4
just
5 I
straight
need a 4
John.
5 or 6 to see if you actually make it through.
I gotta choose. I'm just sitting
You
there.
succeed at the mouth sounds, but Freebird, you do not make it all the way through.
I'll take it.
You succeed.
My mouth sounds are not
No,
meeting up with
it's like you're doing that mayonnaise sound really fast back and forth. It is disgusting. In fact, as long as we're doing the ASMR, I will gross out disgustingly the mayonnaise sound. That's the sound that comes out of her mouth. It's just, I'm a free as a bird. And then you pass out. And we're rebidding for control of John. Who wants them?
Oh my god! I can't. Oh my god! The mayonnaise sounds are just.
I'm sorry. It's also like the mac and cheese sound when you put a wooden spoon in at the very last stage.
It was so good.
I once did that
Oh my God.
during a sound test in a theater with 400 people in it. And you could actually hear the wave of growth as they all heard it. It was the best. 3, 2, 1, go.
Keep going,
Oh
John.
man, yeah, you slam down. You feel the loss of
Feel.
consciousness start to emerge, but you just white knuckle grit through it, and
John,
you are able to secure.
I'm not letting you go, John. We're so close.
Oh yeah, no,
It's
this,
just-
I can't believe I'm doing this right now.
The key change is getting me, John. The key change is getting me.
How
Try
do you
one
do?
more time.
How do you? You're just gonna try it again.
Just gonna try again.
How do you do the mouth sound?
Oh my god.
You can boost it. You could have boosted it.
Oh yeah.
But you
But I
have to do it
can't
before
now,
the
because I
roll.
did it before. Yeah,
you
no,
fail
I
a roll.
failed. Yeah, I failed.
You do not succeed if
No, I
the
did not
second
succeed.
time. Everyone, no one is paying you any mind. A homeless man attempting to play fucking Freebird in a guitar center and failing is it's fucking every day in Guitar Center. It's off key. You're not hitting. You're way off.
My mouth sounds are all over the place.
Are you gonna pass out? Let's find out next time on Dragon Ball 3, 2, 1, go. Oh wow! Triple
three of
pot
us?
committed. All tied.
But I don't have any more.
Oh, you're out. So you're out. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, forward to you, Maya. You wake up and you are in a guitar center, staring down at a guitar. Your scarred hands trying to play, but clumsily failing at Freebird. What do you do?
I wide-eyed put the guitar down slowly. I walk over to the stand,
Sorry,
like
Maya.
to the checkout counter, and I say,
Excuse me.
Yes. How can I help you? Welcome to Guitar Center. You have a very feminine voice.
It's like that. Welcome to Chili's. Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Shit, man.
this is so fucked. Skills.
I love you, dude.
Yeah.
I think I'm lost.
Oh no. Well, you're in a Guitar Center. Would you like to buy an instrument? I lost it. I lost control. Where are you supposed to be? Can we help? I can call someone.
I would like to go.
I can't with Nikki laughing.
It's Derek's while you're in a guitar center. You cannot breathe right now. And I know what Maya's shit is.
It's fucking awful.
Is there a toy store or maybe even a daycare around here?
Is that where you're supposed to be? You look like a mature man. But there is a I don't know about a daycare, but if you were to go a couple blocks in this direction, you would be able to find a toy shop for kids. It's down closer to the beach.
Thanks.
Oh my god.
I'm looking for my my younger siblings. I just sound like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, you
Can I?
Oh
Can
boy.
you give me instructions on how to get there?
He takes out a
Directions.
piece of paper and he writes down, exit the guitar center. He writes it all down for you. And
While he's writing, I look around. Do I see like any plushies of like rock stars or singers or anything like in the little bowls that are usually at checkout, or any sort of like Pez dispensers or anything
You ever been to
like
Guitar
that?
Center?
No.
they have like it's a
They have,
very
like, music
corporate.
books.
Yeah, they're music books. There's picks for guitars. There's strings and stuff like that. All the really expensive components for
So-
instruments that you wouldn't want to get stolen or behind the table.
There's nothing that would resemble a toy in this store.
I would say that there are like there probably are those like large head what are those things called?
Bobbleheads?
Not bobbleheads. It's the
Oh, I
pop
Funko Pops.
yeah, it's like
Oh.
those
Yeah.
style.
Of, like,
there's
musicians?
probably like
Yeah.
near you. There's probably like a rack of spinning those if you cared to look.
How much are those?
Just a few dollars. I mean, maybe I know this because I'm an employee here. He doesn't. He looks really high, is what you'll say. He's got like a nose ring, black hair, eyeliner.
How much for my younger brother and sister? This is for them. I want to surprise
Well, it's
them.
the same price. I'm not going to lower it because they're young children. It's just you can buy each for $4 each. So the combined total would be $8.
What if I could? Do you have a flute?
Yes, we have a variety of flutes.
Could I convince you to lower the price if I played the jazz flute?
You didn't, right? You put the fucking jazz flute on her skill.
This is for my siblings.
I mean, I've heard some pretty good jazz flutes. It would have to be the best jazz flute I've ever heard.
I happen to be very skilled at the jazz flute. Would you promise me a discount?
I'm not going to promise you anything, but knock yourself out. And he lifts up what appears to be a long wooden, 2.5 feet, only a few finger holes. It's like an Eastern style wind flute, very specifically, the kind that Kill Bill features in the second volume, if you'll recall.
I will recall that.
Yeah, recall that.
Yeah.
That's what- yeah.
I recall it currently.
I sit on the ground, cross-legged, playing the jazz flute, some hipster shit, some hippie shit.
Make a wind flute check.
Jazz flute check.
Yeah, jazz flute check.
She got a 1.
So, how about that discount?
You black out. Rebid.
No!
Here's
That's
Wonderwall.
Funko Pops.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Here's one.
That asshole at every party who only knows fucking.
3, 2, 1, go. 2, 2. Oh, she's maintaining. Okay,
Oh.
you white knuckle hold on to John for dear life.
Oh my god, what are you smoking in here? Hey, so how about that discount?
Oh yeah, I forgot we did smoke out of that. But that was terrible.
I don't know what you've been smoking. I thought it was pretty good. Can you give me a discount, please?
Well, you didn't play anything. You just played sort of like one long note, and then your eyes rolled up in the back of your head for a moment, and then you continued to ask for a discount.
I can try again. I think I was smoking whatever was left of your blood.
Go ahead, try again. And you remember, you can bid beans to boost it, to guarantee success. 2 beans for a guaranteed jazz flute. If you
No.
want. All right,
I'm not
all
gonna-
right. She has to roll the dice. Unbelievable.
One long note. They're
All
always
right. And so for the second time during this insanity, John goes, and and starts to loll around as they rebid for control.
I'm gonna get 0 fucking points. This is fucking thing. Alright. Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Y'all have at it.
Alright. Back to you.
No, Mike bid 2 as well.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And I can't bid more than 2, so it's on my.
We're back. Okay, so you're bidding against 2. She is going to bid 0 because she can't. What do you bid?
So what if I bid
It's
0?
interpretive, okay.
Then you would do it again, and we'd end in an infinite loop.
Okay.
I'd murder all
Let's
of you.
bid again now. No, I'll do 3. I'll do 3.
Alright.
I'll do 3.
So that's for 3 beans. You
Okay.
you wake up. You're in a guitar center, and you are cross-legged, shirtless, in your tan cargo pants, holding a very long and what looks like a well-crafted wind flute, and you are facing the actual cashier register cabinet, which is filled with the various guitar center accoutrements, and a very stoned, out of his mind looking. Older, his band never quite took off. Blue tipped hair gentleman is staring down at you with his goatee.
This flute seems to be very well crafted. I'm Dracula, by the way.
Sir?
Goodbye. I hope you eventually stop working at Guitar Center.
Have a nice day. You don't want any of these toys?
Are they discounted?
They're $4 each. Do you want one? He takes the wind flute back.
Could you please describe all of the fun pop figures that you're holding currently?
Well, there's Iron Man, and there's other Marvel characters. Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder, my favorite Marvel superhero.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Goodbye.
I leave. You leave, walking past the latest feature film, Stevie Wonder.
You know, Stevie Wonder 3 was not as good as Stevie Wonder 2.
Avengers 4. And
Avengers the Wonder.
When Stevie Wonder... Wait,
and we walk out into the daylight.
I bet 3 beans, right?
Yeah.
I should have 1 more. We get 10, right?
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. I haven't done anything else, right? I get 1 more bean.
$4 is a great
Okay,
deal,
it's a great deal.
Lauren.
Yeah.
As an avid Funko collector.
But not for Disney's Marvel Stevie Wonder Armageddon.
Stevie Wonder Man.
You should read my Stevie Wonder. Oh, that's good.
Stevie Wonder.
I would like to run at the speed of sound, at the speed of light. I would like to instantly teleport.
Okay. Where are you going?
I would also like to walk backwards because I can.
Alright, this is gonna get real dark.
I can see through the back of my head.
Alright. So, you are staring at the entrance of a Guitar Hero behind you and the stairs, and you suddenly have this knowledge, this feeling that you can run at the speed of fucking light. Where are you going?
I would like to go wherever the docks are, where all of the ships may be.
Okay. You make a motion to move, and the friction of air.
I stick my arms out behind my back.
You stick your Naruto style. You stick your arms out behind you like an anime character.
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
What would actually happen
Got
in this
places to
situation
go, gotta find. Sorry.
if matter actually ran at the speed of light? What would actually happen is the friction of the air atoms in front of you, literally the atmosphere, would ignite instantly. In a fraction of a second, a fireball would surround your body and, almost to the level of an atomic blast, would continue to expand as you make it the first foot of the distance. There are no docks anymore. There's no Guitar Center. Literally everything around you would go up in a giant nuclear fireball because you're matter traveling at the speed of energy. However, that's not what happens because this is a fucking game. You just arrive at the docks.
That was very fast.
You find yourself stopped with your arms out behind you. Less than a second, less than a fraction of a second has gone by. You just zapped Goku style from one location to the next.
I'd like to buy a ship, please. I shout to the.
You just shout it out. You look left, and there's a gentleman in a small white hut, and he's got a red sign on the front. It says "Ships for sale."
That's convenient.
How can I help you? Yeah.
I would like to buy a ship.
Where did you come from?
I came from the Guitar Center. Dracula's famous lair.
You run really fast, dude. I did not see you there. That is crazy.
The key is sticking your arms out behind your back.
Really?
Yes, I saw it in a Chinese cartoon once.
I'll try that next time. Thanks.
Oh,
What kind of boat are you interested in?
I'd like a ship. Preferably a 16th century galleon.
That's going to be a little harder to come by. We have some at our, we actually have some restoration ships that are like, sort of like piratey, that sort of thing.
That's exactly what I'm looking for, yes.
Oh, yeah, no. It would take some time. It could be weeks before it arrives.
Okay, what ship do you have available now?
Well, we have a few schooners. We have this
I'm sold! The schooner is a silly bird.
All right, we'll need to fill out some paperwork. There's the price to discuss. You just gonna take it?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Well,
What's the price?
This particular scooter that I have in mind for you comes to $23,333.
Great. Do you have the keys or something? Do you have a deed? I will pay you as soon as you sign it over to me, John.
Well,
Dracula.
I'm gonna get your. I would like the money first, and then I do have the keys right here. Yes.
Oh, you have the keys on you.
Not,
that works.
I wouldn't say so much key as because it's a ship. Like it doesn't have an engine. It just sails around. But it's to the lower deck. You can lock the door and that sort of thing.
I'll look around. Is there anyone else but me and this guy?
There's a lot of other pedestrians walking back and forth. His little hut doesn't seem to be getting much business at this time.
Oh, which way is to the ship? Could you point it out for me, please?
Oh, yeah, you can see it right here. He points down, and you can see on the pier there are a number of floating docks, and you see one that's called the Angel's Eyelash, and that's the one he's trying to sell you.
I would like to move at the speed of light, grabbing the keys and ripping out his throat. and then I will have to bring my arm out from behind my back.
His neck explodes.
Yeah.
His neck explodes out of his fucking. He dies instantly. He doesn't even know what. He doesn't know what happened. He was having a fine conversation with a gentleman, and then he's in the afterlife.
And then appear. I would like to appear on the ship.
You're there.
To appear.
Do I need to roll for my speed?
Yeah,
speed of
I
light?
forgot to do that the first time. I'm sorry.
Teacher,
You're right. Thank you. Okay, you fail at that, which means I think the actual fireball scenario that I described earlier should happen. No, I'm not going to do that. Destroying all chances.
Oh my god.
So, yeah.
You don't land on the boat. Instead, you rocket past the boat, and this is as you're passing out. You skipping along the water like a stone. Bid for control.
Is the guy still dead at least?
Oh, he's super dead. And you have the keys tightly gripped in your hand.
Oh.
3, 2, 1, go. All right. You are about.
Put those here.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Those aren't mine.
You are about 250 feet out on the ocean at this point, and you are skipping and slowly coming to a stop as if a great force had been pulling or pushing you. You're not sure which. You feel something metal clasped in your hand, but you're in the water now.
Well, John, this is quite a pickle you've gotten us in. Luckily for you, I'm excellent in navigating at sea, so probably won't die out here right now. But I don't know what the fuck these keys are. My hands are all covered in blood, so I'm going to drop the keys into the ocean.
They spiral into
I'm
the
going to wash my hands off.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about changing your name to Guy Fieri, John?
My name?
Yeah, your name, John.
I mean, it's a lot better than John Johnson.
All right, well, I don't know if I have the legal ability to do this, but I say it's just the two of us out here, so you're Guy Fieri now.
So does that mean that I get to know the location of Flavor Town, or what's the deal?
I think you get to dictate the the location of Flavor.
Oh, Mayor Flavortown. Great. I
Yeah.
feel empowered. Thank you for granting me this name.
You're very welcome. Now, I think that we need to find ourselves a fish.
Mm. Well,
So,
we're in the ocean. That's
we are.
convenient.
It is, and I am excellent at navigating at sea. So I would like to navigate at sea to try and find fish.
Okay, you dive down and are using an ability?
Yeah, excellent at navigating
yeah,
at sea.
you start to submerge, and let's see if you find something.
4.
A 4. You get down there, and there's a school of fish just underneath you. They're all swirling around in a massive cloud, like you've seen on so many nature documentaries.
I'm gonna bring it back up to the top and be like, well, Guy, I can consider let's enjoy this fish together as we celebrate the opening of our co-owned restaurant. I'm gonna buy into the fish with him.
Welcome to Flavortown. You dig your teeth in, and
Oh my God.
its eyes pop like flavor gushers in your mouth.
Would that be considered opening a restaurant co-owned by Guy Fieri?
Yeah. Fine. Restaurant for
Way out in the
one
middle of the ocean.
by a fake Guy Fieri. You successfully, and then you pass out.
And then I pass out.
All right. Rebid.
Man, I've got nothing in my my arsenal. Oh, did you already?
Oh.
Alright.
You guys are
I was
bidding.
only gonna bid one, so
Oh.
I guess we have to bid again.
Yeah, unless how much? Are you
I'm
doing?
out.
Oh, you're out of beans.
Yeah, I'm done. That was my last ditch effort because there's no way for me to play a full rendition of Freebird at a Guitar Center on the middle
Well,
of the
you
ocean.
could have gone back and tried.
I was
Alright.
150 feet out.
You could have swum.
I don't move at the speed of light.
And that's all I've got
You
left.
would eventually have gotten there.
I will, for the sake of brevity,
All right.
I will put in a third.
You are in the ocean and surrounded by the blood of a fish, and you are
Attracting sharks, obviously.
you can feel gristle, meat, and bone in your mouth, and one of them is like poked up into like the many cavities that you surely have as a homeless man.
John,
Yeah.
His name's
this
Guy Fieri
fish
now.
is out of bounds.
Out of bounds how?
It's a one-way ticket to Flavor Town. I'm going to go back to the ship.
You manage to run in a circle so fast that you get above the water, and then very quickly you're just running on the water. In a fraction of a second, you're back on the schooner.
I would like to unlock.
I dropped the keys in the ocean.
You look for the
Oh.
keys, and there are no keys.
Oh shit! Well,
Oh, you have to roll.
oh shit!
Thank you.
Hopefully I don't die.
This is what you get for using an ability. A 3.
A third.
Yeah,
Okay,
success.
okay. Oh my god.
So you're on the boat.
Well, I don't need the key. I will then find the crew, and then because I would be able to just shove off if I had a crew and just sail away, right? I don't need a key to get in.
Exactly right. It would just be access to the cabin that you don't have. You are looking for a crew.
Yeah, I'm looking for a crew.
Okay, you're still at the beach. There's like what looks like a really nice family. Two blonde parents and a number of toddlers all running around on the pier.
Family and everyone else, come around! Join me! I'm very persuasive.
Are you?
I can try.
4, 5, or 6 then.
Oh shit. I was going to use my. Okay, it's fine.
What do you want to use?
So I want to say, I want to gather people. I want to at least gauge the reaction.
Sure. No, they look. The toddlers aren't paying you any attention. Maybe
Are there
one or
more
two
than
looks
just a
at you.
family?
It looks like this family has agreed to take out a number of toddlers from other family in addition to their own kids.
Okay, children, come.
They're really attracted by your voice, and they start to waddle towards you. They've got those big puffy like inflatable things on their arms. These are like 2, 3, 4-year-old children. One of them gets grabbed by the shoulder. Don't listen to him. He's a stranger. Don't. Come
Hold
back.
on. Listen to my ASMR and be enchanted to become a pirate.
Are you attempting to use a skill? this
Yes,
time?
I would
Okay.
like to use ASMR. I will go.
You attempt to use ASMR in order to convince the children. Roll your skill to see if you entrance them with your ASMR breath.
Your ASMR face is one of the creepiest things.
Yeah, don't never make an ASMR video.
I want
You just
Oh my
chanting Dracula
God.
voice.
Yeah, floaties.
That's
Thank you.
absolutely terrifying.
It's a carriage type operation.
Just
Bare
barely.
minimum.
Even the parents are being like, "Is this like an entertainer? Like, what's happening?" They are all starting to walk towards you and like trying to get a better understanding of your inaudible whispers.
So what I was saying is, when you're a pirate, you can do what you want because a pirate lives free. You are a pirate.
All right, this straight persuasion check to see if they join you. 4, 5, or 6.
Oh no!
You can use beans. Too
Not
late.
anymore.
A flat 6. They just the parents look at each other and lovingly nod and start to lead the children up through the gangplank to your boat onto the schooner.
Join me.
They join you. The father starts to untie the rope as they have agreed to this expedition with you as a pirate.
So would that be acquiring a crew and a ship at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
My eyes roll
it's
back.
talent to knock off two at the exact
Yeah,
I
same
do.
time.
I
would
do
say.
this.
And you pass out. And you have more beans?
I do have
You have
beans.
more beans?
I do not have
You really
beans.
blew through those beans.
Yeah, I did. I was really trying to stay in the Guitar Center as long as possible so I could fucking play Freebird, and it didn't work.
John never stays in one place for long. 3, 2, 1.
Hey.
All right.
My last two.
You wake up, and you are helping a man onto a schooner, a small boat with a sail. And you are surrounded by what appear to be a number of toddlers and a woman, all in bathing suits. They've got the floaties on their arm. It's a bright, sunny day, and it looks like the schooner is just starting to peel away from the pier.
John, what are we doing?
Oh, we're gonna start a pirate crew. These children and this this lovely couple are here for this purpose.
Children?
I can run really fast, by the way. Yes.
Great.
I take control of John.
Okay.
If I can have everyone's attention, please.
They all turn towards you. You see some turned heads as if they didn't expect this new voice to emerge out of John's mouth. But it's so close to the ASMR that the previous personality was doing that they don't actually seem that shocked.
Yes.
You're welcome for that skill, Mike.
Thank you. This has all been very useful.
For the safety of our crew today, I will require that all children's toys be disposed over here by...
I think the back of the ship is it the stern?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I played a pirate for like
Yeah.
fucking 20 hours and I have no idea.
For choking hazards, please ensure that all of your children's toys are piled here at the stern. Single file, please.
All of them make a... I'm trying to... Where are you going with this? I think they would agree. They're still enchanted from what's been happening. So they think it's almost like a game. All of them, including the parents in the back, line up and are single file for you. What do you do?
I take the toys from them as they're handing them to me.
I would say that you're looking for toys. I don't think that any of them would have any toys on them. One of the kids pulls out from his pocket a small, like, green plastic dinosaur that he had in his pocket.
That's all you guys have?
One kid pulls out, like, a dime. Another kid pulls out a Nintendo Switch.
To the beach.
I will take the Nintendo Switch.
He holds it out gladly, and the mom and dad, the mom runs up and is like, "Jeremy, you were gonna swim with this?"
It's okay, man. Sharing is caring, right?
Make a persuasion check.
It's John. Straight John.
That's the straight John, unless you can justify a
6.
skill. All right. She agrees, and she hands you the switch.
There's no chance that a child would have brought a toy motorcycle onto the ship.
You look around, and there doesn't appear to be any toy motorcycles, unfortunately.
So he hands me the Nintendo Switch.
He does hand you the Nintendo Switch, yes.
I black out because I collected a toy.
Oh, you got an obsession. All right, cool. You collect a Nintendo Switch, you are out. Do you have beans left?
I have no beans left.
Man, you
1
guys.
point.
Mr. Conservative over here. All right, you get a final bid, but you win it automatically. What are you doing with your last moments of life?
Well, where's the nearest tiki bar? Children, you should know.
The children all look at you dumbly. Very few of them have the English
Useless.
language grasp that they need.
Dad! Father!
Why are we going out? The father shows up. Yeah, my name's Michael. Why are we going out on the water?
Michael,
if
you
wanna
look
go to
like a
tiki
drunk.
bar?
You got a flat on you?
Michael, you look like a drunk.
I'm going out with my wife and these toddlers.
You're on my ship now. I am the captain. I am Dracula captain. It's like Warhammer.
Well, this is your ship. Is there rum here? Or is there drinks here?
I don't know. There's no. I don't have anything on me. I was at the Guitar Center 5 minutes ago.
How did
They
you
don't
get
have
from a
rum.
guitar center to here?
I am very fast.
Well, I can't help you. I don't have any alcohol on me.
So I'm going to say, fine, you're useless. And I'm going to make sure that the ship. So the ship's probably like drifting off in the sea now. I mean,
Yeah, like the sail hasn't been unfurled. It's
Okay, bye.
You abandoned the ship?
just
Did he
disappeared.
lose points because he lost his crew and his ship?
No, I acquired them.
Oh my
I don't need to
God.
keep
You have to
them.
roll though.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna.
Yeah, you use the
Let's
ability
go
to
fireball,
run
let's
at
go
the speed of light.
fireball!
The
Six.
Yeah, you nail it. You just disappear, and the kids and the family are left on the drifting on a ship that they don't own.
Still in your
I am looking.
Yeah, you still have a switch.
Yeah, this. I will play. I will play. Does it have Mario Odyssey?
It looks like it has Breath of the Wild.
Oh,
in it.
but I'm less of a Zelda guy, but I'll take it. So I'm gonna walk around town playing Breath of the Wild, looking for a titty tiki bar.
What I'll say is that you can run at the speed of light. The 8
No, I'm going to take my time to enjoy my
but
Switch.
You are running at the speed of light when you take your Switch out. And in the 8 seconds it takes you to go around the Earth, because that's how fast light is, you load the Switch. It turns on, and now you're at a tiki bar just on the other side of the beach, having gone around the entire Earth once.
I check my pockets. How much money do I have? Wait, is this a titty tiki bar? Very important.
It does appear to be a titty tiki bar. Why not?
Okay, I check my pockets. Do I have any money?
You have cash in there. You have
Your social security card.
no, he lost everything.
And you just had $34.
Yeah, he just had $34. He still has $34 in loose change and bills.
I
So
go to
my-
the bar.
Oh,
and
no, I probably
preferably
will ask
titties are in my face when I order 2 rums.
Yeah, surprisingly, it's just like an open-faced titty bar, and they serve you the rum and they ask you for the money, and you have now a rum in front of you, and you are down to $26.
And I pass out because I've acquired rum.
Hey.
And that's where we'll end.
How many points, Mike?
So if I can count and use the last of my bean to then just buy another rum, that would be 2, 5, 7 points.
Okay, I got 1.
And 4.
Nice, not bad.
Yeah, not bad. It's only because I opened a restaurant owned by Guy Fieri.
You were screwed by the dice, and like
I got
the
so
double ones in a
screwed.
row are so rough.
It's so hard.
And that's the game we call Everyone is John.
So we,
Thank you.
well, I think we should explain what each one of us
Yeah,
had.
we
since
should.
we
Oh yeah, I'm
did.
very curious.
So
about-
for that last round, each one of us came up with 3 different tiers and 2 different skill sets, and then we split them in half. And so I gave skill sets to Mike and tiers to Maya. Mike gave me the objectives, and I got Maya's skill sets, and then Maya got Mike's skill sets, and then Mike got So basically just shit. So I can explain it.
That was good.
Yeah, thanks. I'm really good at explanations.
So I'll start, I suppose.
Yeah.
I was Dracula. My obsession for tier 1, acquire rum. Tier 2, acquire crew. Tier 3, acquire a ship. Dracula pirate. Skills, run as fast as the speed of light. Very handy.
Yeah.
I can see
OP.
I can see through the back of my head, and I am very good at ASMR.
It's the teeth. The teeth really help.
Alright, Mayo.
I was. I don't know the person, but I was. I needed to collect toys and convince children that I am a toy that's come to life, and then take up residence as a display piece in a toy shop. My skills were speak with animals, motorcycle tricks, and jazz flute.
So I'm the biggest dick
Yeah.
on this whole. I was the
fucking
biggest
So,
dick.
because I got my objectives from Mike, and my first one was to make wacky things happen with my mouth.
I know.
Then number 2 was to play a full rendition of Freebird at a Guitar Center, and then the third one was to open a restaurant co-owned by Guy Fieri.
I swear.
And my skills, thanks to Maya, were excellent navigation at sea, if you guys didn't already know.
Yeah.
I'm better at focusing when I'm drunk off of rum, and I'm capable of winning the hearts and minds of pirates.
I gave you guys basically
Yeah,
2 halves of Jack
It
Sparrow.
was themed. Oh wow. Yeah,
Thanks for playing, guys.
I was the biggest dick of that whole thing.
That was
I
so funny. When
apologize.
I read yours, I was like, this is fucking hilarious.
Fucking jazz flute got 2 nat ones. God damn it.
You were so close.
You gotta
was
practice more.
I was so hoping to be able to outbid on that one before Mikey took over.
Yeah.
Because I was going to, it doesn't say you have to do it on a guitar. So I was just
Yeah.
going to wake up with the flute and play Freebird on the flute.
I left it vague.
That would have been great, actually. Holy shit.
You could be more aggressive with, like, you could have just taken the toys. I don't know why you talked to the Guitar Center guy for so long and, like, jazz fluted. You could be like, thanks, and then run out the, like,
You just murdered
get John into crazy fucking shenanigans. He murdered a man.
Did I murder someone ever?
I forced John to change his name to Guy Fieri in the
That's
middle
true.
of the ocean and eat a fish with
I
him.
guess I just thought, like, I was a child. Like, I'm in a child's mind and trying to think,
Oh,
like, innocently,
shit.
kind of. So I don't know, like, I was trying to convince them to give me the toys for free because I have 2 younger
Good
siblings.
role playing.
An
You
innocent
get an
murder.
extra point for that because
Yeah.
that's meaningfully
2
important.
points. 2 points to Ravenclaw.
That you were playing with one hand behind your back if you were doing that. Because this is competitive RPG.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
get in there.
I know,
That's why I was like, can I somehow make it seem possible that eating a fish in the ocean after renaming him Guy Fieri meets this criteria?
By the time you guys
Thank
were
you.
off to Guitar Center, I figured this would never happen, but there was a nearby cruise ship that they could have gone on, and Guy Fieri would have been on the cruise ship.
Oh,
man.
that was amazing.
Oh, that would have
This
been
game is
amazing.
about yes, and it's about details. The more like rich your descriptions can be, the better it is. It's not a
was
van,
really fun.
it's a Plymouth
Yeah,
Voyager.
I would definitely say then,
Plymouth
when we
Voyager.
play this, every round should be you write out 3 things, 3 skills,
Better.
and 3
Better
things,
to
and you
randomize.
just pass it.
Yeah, because that was really fun. Like when I saw Mikey's, I was like, holy fucking shit! All right, let's do this.
If
you
you guys
write them out
are
ahead of time, and
Yeah.
then we mix them
Yeah.
up and like
yeah,
draw
have like a
them.
fishbowl
Oh,
with
yeah.
That would be
objectives
great.
and
That would be
crazy
really great.
We
crap.
can just do that at a party. Let's do that at AUSA.
Oh
We
yeah,
We could do that for Yule.
It's easy.
Yeah,
We wanted to
oh
play
my
Yule.
gosh.
That'd be really
If
fun.
you're going to AUSA, look for Everyone is John being played by these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Anime USA, Washington, D.C. We'll be there this weekend. I'll be getting a panel on Dungeons & Dragons. Wednesday, tune in for Tactical Waifu. Heavy duty, badass, big titty anime girls
Yep.
doing wacky shit. It's gonna get weird. So please join us. I'll be DMing that for our one shot for Wacky one shot week. And I think we're ready to sign off.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out
Thank you
with
so
us.
much, guys. This is
what
Thank you for
happens.
hanging out and being John with us.
Yeah.
It was absolutely fantastic.
Especially you, Wet Blanket Guy, whatever
Yeah,
your name
yeah,
is.
Wet Blanket.
Shadzar.
Thank you.
You can come back though. We
Yeah.
we don't hate you.
Yeah, we don't
Shadzar.
hate you.
Just
we don't hate you.
you know, come and be a gentle fan.
Yeah.
Come hang out with us in the right section of Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, we love you guys very much. We will see you on Wednesday.
See you Wednesday. Love you guys.
Thanks,
Misaki's gonna go nuclear. He's gonna go full nuclear salt shaker
Yeah.
on Shadzar.
Yeah.
He's gonna run at the speed of light.
Yeah.
Fucking got me. Okay. Anyway, I'm turning
Okay.
this off. I waited for Rich to do it, but he's not even in the state.
That's
Yeah.
true.
See you guys.
Bye,
It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Love you guys.
Thank you for joining.